All right, good morning, everybody. If you can hear me and if I sound all right, hit that number 1, please. And if you can hear me and if I sound okay, hit that number 1. Pam. Uh-oh. Hello? Pam, Evil. All right, there we go. Todd, Greg, John, quote, Mark. Okay. All right, I don't know. There's a delay or what? But anyways, okay. Well, first off, for those of you that watch us in the archive, thank you very much. But if you want to have something to continue to watch in the archive, then this is totally viewer supported. And the best way to support it is using code Clay. Man, Todd, what a thank you for the confidence inducing question. Goodness. That nothing better than, hey, let's hey man, how many blown accounts today? Thanks for the vote of confidence, Todd. I appreciate that. But anyway, see, only the best around here. Only the best. There's a lot of positivity around here. But anyways, code Clay, all caps with any of these prop firms I recommend. I think Take Profit Trader is the king of the business, and they just extended the deal. So I threw out last week how I didn't have any inside information, but kind of marketing 101. These deals usually get extended, and it did. So still 50% off. I don't think they'll extend it again. That's my new, my guess is this will actually be the final week. But 50% off right now on Take Profit Trader. No activation fee. Code Clay gets you that. And then if you're with any of these other prop firms, then, that's how you can help, save yourself some money, help support the stream. So it's a good win-win for everybody. All right. So far today, not very volatile. Not a whole lot going on. But yes, I'm obviously, well, hopefully I'm being sarcastic. But good morning, everybody. It is Monday, May 18th. The year is 2026. And we are off to a spicy start. One of the most savage moves I've seen. I don't know if it's been, but this was savage right here. So if anybody got cooked on this one, like I completely understand. Mainly because we had this area of support. It came down and it bounced. So at this point, it's like, okay, but this candle right here. Oh, failed bounce. All right, well, let's wait for one final bit of confirmation. Let's see if it at least breaches that low. And then it did breach that low right there. Okay, there's my final bit of confirmation for a short. And then, yeah, the chart speaks for itself. Whoosh. So if that got any of you here, I totally see why you were thinking what you were. I can understand why you shorted. I can understand all that sort of stuff. That was just a savage move. Use the code this morning. Well, thank you, Pam. Hello, Jess. Yeah, I see that, Philly. That's I'm gonna give my thoughts on that to my contact. That is, I think that's yeah, I don't know. Not a fan of that. Because correct me if I'm wrong, too. Like, even old accounts that you would have bought a while ago, though, that's not even granted. So, yeah, that was not a fan. Not a fan of that. Because they did not make that clear at all. Or let me ask this. Because to be fair, maybe they did, and I just completely missed something. But I did not see anything that made that, like, black and white. I assumed... Well, hey, if you're buying at this time with this in place, well, then, yeah, you're in. But, yeah. Burned one of yours, JP. Hey, morning, Vasan. Morning, HR. So right now, I'm thinking about a potential long. I don't know about here for a double bottom, but maybe down around that overnight low. Could be something there. But yeah, I think with Take Profit Trader now, 25K, 50K, let me put it this way. If you're going to go any further above that, especially the 150K, you need to definitely slow down a little bit more. Getting super aggressive, I guess it depends on how well you do at getting super aggressive. But you need to be pretty good at getting super aggressive if you're going to do any of those larger accounts at this point. So I do agree with that assessment that I think take profit trader, the flagship accounts will now be the 25K and the 50K. This is pure speculation on my part. I think what they're trying to do, again, this is pure speculation, but my guess is, which I think everybody will appreciate, I think they're trying to get rid of the trailing or the intraday drawdown in the pro account. I think that's what they're trying to do. So they're trying to shore up their numbers other places within the model so that they can do that. But that is my guess. And at that point, I think it's, well, I don't know. I think it's still, I think it would be, I have to think more on it. I don't know if that's necessarily worth the trade-off or not, but that's my sneaky suspicion. But yeah, right now, the 25K and 50Ks though are definitely a better deal at this point because of, well, I guess what because 100 or 50K reset's now 99, so like a dollar better. So nothing has changed really for the 25K. It's gotten better because now it's way cheaper. So it's definitely changed for the better on the 25K, and it's slightly changed for the better on the 50K. But neither of those has it changed, where the numbers are now a little bit more difficult. But again, like I said, that's pure speculation. But on my call that I had with my contact a month or so ago, they are actively trying to, but they want to be sustainable. They want to continue to be able to do daily payouts. They want to still be known for all that sort of stuff. Which I express interest. Like I understand it's one big, prop firms. It's just one big math problem for them, right? It's just one equation, and they got to figure out the variables. How can they tweak variables in the equation so that it's sustainable for them? They can still pay people. They can pay people quickly. All that sort of good stuff. All right, maybe a short here as it's coming up now. Let me get this. So looking at a potential short up around the yellow line right there. Hey, good afternoon, Bobo. Hey, Lauren. Yeah, I'm not a fan of that one at all. To me, things not being grandfathered was, yeah. All right. Let's see if we can, like I said, looking for a short up around that area. We have the 21 EMA. We have this former area of support. This former area of support is now acting as resistance. And then on the 5-minute, we also have the 200 period right up around that area. Does that guarantee rejection? No guarantees. But is it an area that I'm going to at least take a swing at? I am. Hey, good morning, Brad. I'm sorry if I missed it. Good morning, Barrow. Nice job, AMS. On a 50K account, yeah, just remember you on that one you can't make more than 1,500 in a single day. So you still got a little bit of wiggle room, but just keep that in mind. And just as a reminder, once you get to your pro account, though, you can make as much as you want. It's only during the test phase where they have that little rule. Hey, good morning, Nero. Okay, we're to get short right there for the reasons discussed. So looking to get short at the red line. No, don't leave me behind. All right, I might get suckered in here for a, I don't know about suckered in. That's going to be tempting. But that's the thing. So if I get short here, that's a 40-point stop. From here, up above here. So just getting short right here, throwing it up above these highs is 40 points. Oh, this looks good, though. Let's see how this candle ultimately turns out. I don't think I can do it, though. That's just too big of a stop. Yes, I could reduce position size, but yeah, I got to just keep it like this. Even that, what is this? This is a 19-point stop. Again, from the red line to the green line, doesn't look, distance-wise, not much. In fact, as I say that out loud, I'm going to Still, this small little distance between the red and green line is still 13 points. So it is very easy to today to allow position control. Or man, it's only Monday morning too. It's very easy to allow position size to spin out of control. One little thing here over on gold. We are right at the VWAP pink and the 200 period moving average with some lower shadow. So do we get a bounce there? Perhaps. All right, and then did not bounce up. All right, never mind on that one. The 5-minute orb, but well, Alfonso, hopefully you're doing the 5-minute orb with some other, there's some other considerations, right, Alfonso? Correct me if I'm wrong, but you are factoring other things. You're not just blindly doing like the basic 5-minute orb. Okay, all right. So in all actuality, it was not the 5-minute orb that was clean. It was your strategy that was clean. What do you mean it was just for today? Okay, so it was just a 5-minute orb then. You didn't use any other things. I'm trying to help you out, Alfonso, but you seem to be you keep jumping around. Like if by 5-minute orb you meant, well, my version of 5-minute orb, which contains other components, fine. But if it was literally just a 5-minute orb and that's all you did, dudes, just stop. But that's why I don't know what you did, because now you seem to be I don't know what it was just for today. What was just for today? I like you, Alfonso. I'm trying to figure out if I need to drop the love hammer on you. Good morning, Mazar. Yeah, this 40 ATR got me scared into single micros. Yeah, I'd say that's probably a good thing. Uh-oh. He's gone quiet. Alfonso's like, Hey, good morning, Brian. I think Alfonso is officially on the phone right now with his mom. Mom, this man is yelling at me. I think I got to try a short here. This is looking tasty. I'm doing it. Short. I am short. Hey, Ryder. Hey, Bryn. Hey, JJ. Come on, let loose. Come on down. Or not. Yeah, 5 is a bit on the nutso side. Gonna come all the way back up, huh? I'm adding more there. I added. Come on, come on, come on. Come on down. Don't even think about using that blue line as a new support. Come on. Flush. Flush. Go. Come on. Come on. Get down through. Come on. I don't even care if this thing breaks the trend line, because if it even were to get down to the trend line, that had me so much in the green already. So I'm not looking for a trend line break. I am looking for it to get a little bit further below that blue line than that, though. Ugh. Oh boy. Yep. Yep. That was super. Yeah. This was a bad, just from, I'm sitting here talking about position size and spinning out of control, and here I am now with 10 MNQs on a day like today. "21 EMA did its job and smacked it back down, but we need it to do its job more. We need to get it to push down below the blue line. Come on, market. Help me out here. Bad trade, bad trade." Come on. Come on. Again, I still like the setup and everything, so it's not like this is a bad setup or anything like that. It's just position size that has made this a bad trade. Oh. Yeah, I can't give this thing the wiggle room that I want. Because again, my position size is all just out of whack now. You gotta be kidding me. All right, gotta get out. No. You can't make this up. As embarrassing as this is, that's kind of cool that I caught that on video, to just be like, you can't make this stuff up. That's what we call getting played like a fiddle. I know. Like, that's what I mean. Like, literally, like, I don't, was it? It might have, within 2 seconds for sure. I don't know about this second. 1001. Yeah, it could have been a second. I guess a second sometimes is a louder, or is a bit longer than what we think. Was it about 2 seconds? Yeah, okay. 1001, 1002. Yeah, that's brutal. Now, at least it didn't totally dump. So, yeah, it came back down, all that. Would I put... Yeah, maybe I'd have taken out some... It's hard to know in hindsight, other than... But that, again, that was all self-created there on that one. Not because, like I said, because of the bad pattern, not because of anything other than that. I mean, to be fair, look, hey, surprise, surprise, it's working out. That's the nice thing. When your position size is under control, you get, all right, let me give it a little bit more wiggle room just to make sure something like this doesn't happen. Now, could it have continued to spike? It could have, but again, that circles back to position size. But when your position size is not way out of whack, yeah, the loss is going to get bigger than you probably really want, but it's not what just happened here. Where I just had to get out, because I did not have the luxury of, okay, let me give it a little bit of space. Nope. That luxury was gone. So that is why position size is so important. That would have been very nice, though. Like I said earlier, I did not need the price to break the trend line. Had the price gotten anywhere close to it, I would have been very green. So, isn't the mind a weird place? Because I get done talking about how you want to make sure your position size, but that's also, do I also want to kind of things, this is where the business side is conflicting with the responsible trading side, as I've explained before. I'm trying to balance pretty much 3 different legs all at once of a stool. But go flat just means to close positions. Like you're flat, meaning like you're not in anything. Wasn't I up like, yeah, good grief. Because I was up 300 something. So not only did I wipe away all my M&Q profits, I also wiped away the NQ pro. That's a good job. Does anyone know the cause of that downside? What downside? You got to be a little more specific on the downside. Like this downside, or like, are you talking from a scalping standpoint? This quick downside here? Well, this just popped in. Colon and then blank. Did you put something, Ryder? I don't know. Maybe it was a link. Okay. Yeah, I don't know, Ryder. Good morning, Ramu. Hey, Dean. The last 3 candles of quick. Brother, we ain't watching. Come on, Connor. You know we're not watching equities here. We're trading the good stuff. God, yeah, I don't know why that's. I don't know. I mean, we do have an overall bear pennant, so. So for those of you bear pennant lovers, to which I would consider myself one. Put the golfle up here. So upside down for you golfers, upside down pennant, bear pennant. Is it going to go? Or do we come up here and maybe test, up here and then reject back down? That's another possible. Thursday and Friday live streams were so good. So I was just so in the groove. And then we started off this one like this. Again, my fault. Because I was so right. It came down. That would have been a green trade. I would have been fine. But I messed up position size. That's right. Use code Clay. Thank you, Sky. I appreciate that. For the friendly reminder. Well, how are all your days going? I'm such a jerk. I didn't even ask how your guys' weeks are starting off. How is yours week starting off? Good, bad, terrible, green, red, blue an account, pass an account, qualified for a payout? Oh, Mark, sorry to hear that. Awful, red today, up 22. Well, hey, if that's with good habits, green on the evals. All right, Brian, small, green, green, green. Green on TBD first day. Good job, Ammon. Slightly green, 11 away from passing 2. Nice job, James. Blue account been getting cooked. Yeah, Tyler. I'm stressed but green from last night. What are you stressed about? Very choppy day, up 400, then down 400 and 1200. Oh, yeah, that is pretty choppy. Powers. Big green for, congrats, Reg. Green on 4 evals. Good job, Crazy. Small loss, but the day is not over yet. That's a good attitude. Just don't let that attitude spin too far out of control. Okay, Alfonso. Well, then you did not do the 5-minute orb. That's kind of what I'm trying to get at. Like what you did, the 5-minute orb was a part of, but like others reading that think like you did like the simplistic 5-minute orb thing, which is why I want to parse that out, because I don't want people to think trading is like that easy. Like, oh, to just do the 5-minute orb no. So you know what I mean? 5-minute orb was part of the, let's call it the Alfonso strategy. So the Alfonso strategy worked out well this morning. The 5-minute orb was a component of the Alfonso strategy, but it was not the only component. Does that make sense, Alfonso? What was you trading the stock specifically? This is not a stock. This is futures trading that we're doing. Cool, Crazy. Was red, now green 16. Nice comeback. Hey, Marco. I don't know. Do I try a short here for the breakdown? Trying to get short. I am short. You dirty rat. Okay, let's make sure this is... Oh, you got to be kidding me. Now when I'm responsible with my position size, you work out. How come when I'm irresponsible, you don't work out? Freaking market. I swear. Stupid responsibility. Doggone it. Typical. Okay. He was finally responsible with position size. Let's really give him a good move. This is how tilt happens. Think about it. I'm in a great winning trade, but I'm complaining. I'm all upset about it. This is how tilt happens. What a crock. What a crock. Has anybody been there? We're like, okay. Time to get responsible. Then you get responsible, and it's like, dang, had I been irresponsible, that would have been amazing. Has anybody ever been there before? Good, Babos. Glad the class could help. Me saying with 5 micros showing me and my habits are becoming better. Yeah, just careful, Clutch. 5 even on a day like today is kind of sketchy. Well, AMS, you're in a good environment to see how sustainable it actually is. So it sounds like you're learning. How can I add the countdown timer? Click here, and then bar countdown settings. That is true, Todd. This right here, as Todd said, that's a good little reminder of, yeah, Clay, that's true. Being irresponsible would have paid you nice, but man, this is what kind of market we're in right now. All right, Clutch. It happens to me as soon as I start pay trading, you know. Size, poorly start my day. Made 2 trades. On what size account, James? So you must be you are just very, very aggressive. If you're, I'm guessing 50K. If you're maxing out at 6 NQ. All right, I am gonna try to be responsible. Okay, let's see it hit that green line. And then okay, there we go. So I will get short if it wants to come back down. A terrible fill. Wow. It filled me and then bounced right back up. I have not seen a single shred of green on this trade. That was a rough fill there. Come on. Come on down. Took one out. Still could be a losing trade. It'll just be less because I put a little profit in my pocket, but more importantly, controlled risk via, you guessed it, position size, by reducing my position size. Come on now. Come on. I am short. Looking for this thing to try to get smacked back down here. Come on. About to get a beautiful candle here. So I could not ask for a better candle. Does not mean this will work out, but you can't ask for a better candle in this situation. Let's see if it can deliver. If the price can get down close to this level, that's where I'll throw my stop into green territory. this one where I'm thinking about adding just because of that candle. I mean, this is, yeah, I have to add. So I will add in 2 more. Try to add to a winner here. Okay, looking to add. What's close? Close. I'm in. Come on, keep coming down. Break, 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 break. Keep going. Do not even think about snapping back now. Come on. Get back down there. Come on. There you go. Make another push. Come on. Get down there. Come on. Thank you, brother. Okay, this will be a green trade. Stop is now in green territory. See if we can get this next target hit. Given this will be a green trade, let's go for a little bit more on this next one. Come on. Dude, that first trade that we saw continues to get worse and worse. Like the effect of like position size. It's so crazy. Because that trade would have been a green trade for the reasons discussed. But instead it was a big red trade. So think about where my day would be at right now. Had I been responsible with position sizing all the way through. Crazy right now. All right, stopped out. There we go. That is wild. See, please, if you remember anything from this live stream, I hope it is the importance of position sizing and then the domino effect it can have. Lower your target. Why? Oil walking back up on the tip. Yeah. NQ main liquidity zone. What are you talking about? You mean a support? Main support at 140? Is that what you're saying? What is it? 29,140. Where's 29,140? Oh, you mean a resistance? Yeah, because you have these lows right here. So you mean a resistance? Right, Salty War Pick. I understand for you and your strategy and you, whatever make time your friend means, like, that's good for you. But, like, you know, we both got our own things, brother. I think that, no, I'm pretty sure it's free. I guess I don't know because I do not integrate it with TradingView. Can somebody help out? I want to say it's free, but I guess I can't say that for sure. It's free. Okay. Yeah, so there's I can't really go any. As long as you did trade ovate. Oh, I see. So what you're saying, Mark, is if they chose Ninja Trader, then it's not free? Is that what you're saying? Hey, good morning, George. No, Mark does not live in the basement of Fort Knox. I have met Mark before in Columbus, Ohio. Pretty sure that, yeah. You came to the Columbus one, right? Pretty sure you came to the Columbus meetup. Marky, the market maker, they do not let him out of the basement. Correct, okay. All right. Well, the bear pennant ultimately did play out. Was it a super clean one? Depends when you took it. Right here, not clean. Well, scalpers, yeah, very nice trade right here. If you're looking for more follow through on the bear pennant, this got tricky. But here, if you took it again and we're looking through follow through, this one is pretty clean here. All right, I'm going to go ahead and get rid of that line. As I was saying. All right, Salty War Pig. Are you aware of your lack of situational awareness? Let me help you out here, buddy. Do you realize that as a live streamer, there's always somebody that can do what you just did? I told you so. Like for everybody that's telling me to move my stop and give it more room, somebody else is telling me to make it tighter. Somebody is telling me the price is going up. Somebody else was telling me the price is going down. Somebody else was like, no, Clay, it's going to consolidate. Like, there's literally somebody that can always tell the live streamer, I told you so. So do you understand how obnoxious that is? It really is one of the more obnoxious things created by a lack of situational awareness. Yes, good job. You told me so. But had the price gone up, there would have been somebody else saying, dude, I told you so in another way. So we got what I'm wondering a little bit is I don't really think so, but I want to start to track it at least. Are we in some sort of like sideways channel-ish type thing? Like I said, I'm not totally convinced I could see this being a bigger breakdown, but at the same time, I don't know. Is this going to be some sort of fake? I mean, does it make sense though, Salty War Pig? Like, do you see what I mean by how, like, from a live streamer standpoint, the whole I told you so game can get obnoxious in a hurry, given there's literally always somebody that can say that to them? Because for everybody that says price is going up, somebody else is saying price is going down, somebody else is saying price is going sideways. Somebody else is saying I'm good looking, somebody else is saying I'm ugly, somebody else is saying I have the songbird of my generation, somebody else is saying, you know, there's always somebody saying something. Like, the live streamer is truly in a no-win situation. Oh, I can't. Why does it do that? There we go. I think we're all set. There we go. All good, Salty. Good title for a song. Somebody always saying something. The live streamer anthem, something like that. So there we go. There is the fake breakdown. Again, I'm not totally convinced yet, but there's a reason why I put that line in there, because it seems like, are we about to enter into kind of the late morning sideways kind of chop for a little bit? We'll see what happens. Wish I could give my girlfriend the gift of your I know. It is a shame that you cannot do that, but if you could tell your girlfriend to stop sending me love letters, because she apparently heard me sing at one point, if you could do that, that'd be great. Tell her that I'm already married, you know. So if you could do that, I would appreciate that. That is the problem when I sing on this thing. I sing on here, and then I start to get love letters in the mail from your guys' significant others. You know, it's a curse. It's a curse. My singing voice is a curse. So we've been getting, I don't know if it's just a Midwest thing or not, but we've been getting a lot of the storms and rain and all this sort of stuff. So we did have a good 2-week stretch of no rain, and I'm just talking about this from the house perspective. So the job site was nice and dry, but now it's muddy. And there's still a part that you need like a lift, and it's just almost done, though, with things that are going to really care about things being muddy. But there's still one more thing that we got to get a piece of equipment to finish something off. So that's a little bit of annoyance. And it's supposed to rain more tonight, so hopefully it can stay dry. I don't know. But yeah, those of us in the Midwest, man, Now, if you're a farmer here, maybe you're like, yeah, Clay, the rain is exactly what I needed. And that's a fair point, right? It's kind of like I get short and you're long. So now we're kind of, you know, rooting against one another. I've been short since 050. Oh, okay. You mean 150? Good try, Blanche. I recognize your name, though. I know you're just rage baiting. Good try, though. That's true. There is always, yeah, that is actually one of the guarantees in the market. That's a good point, HR. There are not a lot of guarantees in the market, but one guarantee is this. You are an awesome trader in hindsight. There are always people that know more than you. Those people are called hindsight traders. That's a good point. 29050. Oh, maybe. Maybe. But Salty War Pig is also not new around here. He knows we don't do Trust Me Bros. You did. You did try to tell me the Scandinavian VWAP would come into play, and I did not take your word for it. I kept trying to play that 38% Ethiopian Fibonacci, and it just was not working. No, that's not true. Oh, you mean, Ramu, are you saying during the 50% deal? Is that what you're saying right now? It makes more sense to just buy a new one? Maybe does that, in fact. that is let's see. With 50% off, it's, oh, yeah, yes. That's a good point. Yeah, so right now, do not reset anything. If you blow any of the accounts at the higher level, so if you blow an account 75K, 100K, or 150K, it is definitely cheaper to just cancel and buy a new one. Now, once this goes away and this goes back to 40%, then yeah, it'll make sense to, it could make sense to reset it. But yeah, good. I did not realize that. So thank you, Ramu. Yep. Yeah, so right now, I recommend Take Profit Trader. And right now they extended their sale 50% for this week too. So yes, during this week at least, it does with the 50% off code Clay. Makes sense. Okay, are we about to get another? Okay, I'm going to go back up to 5 because my chart vision, I think, is all right. So is this irresponsible? Maybe. We'll see how this turns out. But I swear, if this thing now goes against me when I get... No, stay responsible. Just got to stay at 3. Well, that's what I'm saying, Ty, is I don't have any inside information on this, but it could, in theory, make sense if they're trying to get away from the trailing intraday drawdown in the pro account. Maybe that's where it makes sense. That is my sneaky suspicion. Again, pure suspicions, pure speculation. But I think that's why this change was made. They're trying to help, or trying to get the numbers to make sense where they can get rid of that. The drawdown is just the amount you're allowed to lose. So like if your drawdown is $2,000, then it's just $2,000. That's the amount that you're allowed to lose. Nothing. It's very straightforward. That's it. Just don't lose more than $2,000, and it's $2,000 every day, assuming you don't lose more. So like if it starts at $2,000, you lose $500. The next day your drawdown will be $1,500. If on the first day you make $500, you may say, okay, so my drawdown the next day will be $2,500. No, it will still be $2,000. And then the consistency rule, I don't know, because I think you must be asking about one of the other prop firms, but the consistency rule of Take Profit Trader is very straightforward during the test phase. So if your profit target is $3,000, then the 50% consistency rule just states that in a single day during the test phase, you can't make more than 50% of that amount. So in that situation, $1,500. But after you pass the test and get your pro account, that rule goes away. Now, as far as consistency rule with the other prop firms, yeah, I don't know. I've never dealt with that, so I'd be a liar if I stepped up and explained it with any sort of authority. Hey, Evan. What is a 477 red? That is my MNQ trading. Well, Ty, the only reason it's like that right now is because of the flash sale. Next week, when they go back to 40% off, it will be cheaper. But yeah, I do agree. This week, it doesn't make any sense, but it will make sense next week. Okay, this is what I was looking for along when I started the stream, right around this area. We have the overnight low here on the 5 minute. There's also a pivot point right around this area. Right, yeah, the 25K, it's never made sense to do the reset. Agreed there. But now actually it does. It makes a whole lot of sense. Now, so and I guess looking at it from that way, now it actually makes sense for all 5 accounts. The reset does make sense because you are technically saving a little bit of money. Whereas before, yeah, the 25K actually didn't make sense because you're paying more for the reset than the actual account. But now that's not the case. Maybe 50% becomes the norm with TPT. I don't know. Maybe. I guess in theory. Maybe next week, what do they come back and say, you know what? After all the feedback we've gotten after the past 2 weeks, we're going to just make this permanent. I'm open for that being a possibility. Again, pure speculation. But then I don't think that would be the case because now we're back to where Ty is saying. And Ty is saying, well, it doesn't make sense then. Like, why even have resets if you're going to have it at 50% off? So maybe not. Because right now, yes, at 50% off, doing resets doesn't make any sense. So like to Ty's point, why even do the resets? But if they go back to 40%, which is the norm, then the resets would actually make sense. Clay, do you have any live accounts with them? Not funded. Yeah, I'm not sure what. Yes, yeah. I call those racehorses. Yes, so I have a whole stable filled with racehorses, which are live accounts. I'm not sure what you meant by not funded in parentheses, though. If you reset, do you have to start eval all over? No. Yeah, I don't think they change anything in that regard. Okay, how much is the margin? Okay, so yeah, this is one of the beautiful things about prop firms in general. You don't have to get caught up in all that math, Noel Tube. The math is very straightforward. So right now, let's just look at the 50K. For $85, again with code Clay to get it for 50% off, $85, that's the only number you need to know. $85 is what comes out of your pocket. As far as the maintenance margin and leverage, blah, blah, it's very straightforward. $85 gets you 50K in purchasing power. 50K in purchasing power gets you up to 6 NQs, for example, or 60 MNQs. That's it. That's how easy the math is. I do fully understand where you're coming from because if you're using your own funds, then you got to figure out, okay, what are margin requirements and this and that, and you kind of got to start crunching some numbers. But with prop firms, it's that straightforward. $85 gets you 50K in purchasing power. 50K in purchasing power gets you what I just showed there. That's straightforward. Okay, Bryn, what you're asking, okay, I see what you're saying now. So you're asking a Pro Plus account. No, nope. I try to stay under the radar, and I'm just gonna leave it there. And not to mention, it's I don't know any rhyme or reason because we have Brian here, and I always use him as our even Mark. Mark went on a huge run, never got moved to Pro Plus. Brian went got up over $20,000 in payouts on a single account, never got moved to Pro Plus. So yeah, I'm not quite sure where that line is. All I'm gonna say is I'm trying to avoid that line. I'm trying to not, Can you link to TradingView? Yes, you can. Yeah, right here. So after you pick what account purchasing power you want, down here they'll ask you what platform, and then you can see right there, TradingView. Slow Morrow. Exactly. Exactly. Yes, that would be one benefit, is the 90%. But like, as I've talked about, I don't really care about that, because to me, prop firms are a risk management tool. So I'm gladly willing to give up. Okay, sorry, I can't. All right, we are here at the 21 EMA. I'm short. See if we can take a little scalpy scalp there. Just a little scalpy scalp. Enter already. Hey, NollTube, how about you chill out, dude? You don't even know how this works, and now you're telling me to enter already? Who's this guy? Holy smokes. You have no idea what you're looking at, which, by the way, is fine. There's no problem with being new to something and not knowing. But like when you're new and you don't know, and then you're just like, enter already. It's like, wait a second. Let's calm down here, brother. NollTube is about to get a Noll Wet Willy. Because the simulated environment is nice, Cheryl. The simulated environment is nice. Okay. I'm liking this candle. I'm liking where this candle is forming. If it suckers me in, then so be it. Looking for a short at the red line. I'm in. Trying to go with the trend. The trend has been drifting downwards. All these bounces have rolled back over, so we'll see if this bounce can roll back over. Or not. See, how come when I up the size and then it just doesn't work? It's crazy. It's like, I swear, sometimes the market is just watching you. That's not the case, but man, it feels like that sometimes. As soon as I get a little, I'm not going to say this was degenerate, irresponsible, but a little bit, and then it does this. You can't make this stuff up. As soon as I get out, it's probably going to drop. All right. Oh my goodness. If I told you how today's been going, you wouldn't believe me, and I'd understand why you didn't believe me. Sure, Clay. Sure. Okay, like I said, you can't make this stuff up. Whatever. It's like that every time for me. Well, then, Rebel, maybe tap the brakes and question, am I actually taking good setups? Yes, I have days like this. Clearly, I'm having one right now. But, like, is this like, in Rebel's terms, is this every day? No, I wouldn't say that. That'd be a little bit of an exaggeration. But sure, these days happen, because they happen to everybody. But, like, a sign of maybe needing to tap the brakes is if, like, man, Clay, what I'm witnessing here happens to me every single... Okay. Okay, maybe something's not right then. I so want to hit 8 here, and then I want to get short right now. Like, that's what I want to do. But I'm not going to do it, which means it'll probably work out because I want to get very irresponsible. So I'm just going to, yeah, let's just say right here. I want to get short right here. Boom. Okay. So right there. That's my red line. That's where I wanted to get short. Let's see how this plays out. Yeah, YM is the Dow. NoldTube, you tell me. You're the expert around here. You're telling me what to get in and all that. You tell me. I don't know. You're the expert here, brother. Okay, this actually is making me feel kind of good right now. Had I gotten short right there, it would have bounced right in my face. But to be fair, I'm also well within the realm of it still potentially coming down. Good. I'm glad I could give you some entertainment. Sleep in 7097 GT. There we go. That's crazy. So there's actually a good decision. Man, that would have been bad. I mean, quote Paul, all I'll say is, yeah, this is not for educational purposes. So, like, this is, I'm not saying you can't learn anything, but, like, there's no way you're learning all the little nooks and crannies. I'll put it that way. So just be careful, quote Pulse. If you say, oh, Clay, I've been watching your live streams for 2 months now. I understand exactly what you're doing. No, you don't. No, I'm not saying you can't learn and, get a general idea. But, like, general ideas are not quite good enough. So just be careful. I recognize your name. I know you're here quite a bit. I love having you here. So just be careful. That's all I'm saying. Dude, I'm laughing because I've been here 1,000 times. This market is full of fake breakouts. Yeah. But I don't know. Like I said, Thursday and Friday were some so smooth live streams. And, like, I couldn't really do anything wrong. But, yeah, this has been a tricky market for sure. And part of that is, I mean, right here. Talked about this earlier. But this right here is, like, to the epitome of a savage move. Because I can see the price coming down. I'm like, okay, it'll probably bounce. It bounces up. And then it comes back down and forms this candle. And I can see people like, okay, it's looking like the double bottom is about to fail, which makes sense because this had a lot of force coming down. It tried to bounce. It failed. But let's see if it breaches this low right here for that final bit of confirmation. It breaches that low. It acts like it wants to get weak. Because this was a solid red candle at one point, and then from there, whoosh. So to your point, yeah, that is like a fake breakdown if I've ever seen them. That was such a dirty move right there. All right, let's see if we can get short here. Okay, I'm short. Oh, crap. I'm at 8, aren't I? Oh, boy. I've forgot that I had left. Oh, okay. Come down a little bit. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Give me one little dump here. I'm being agreed. Okay, there we go. Okay, 4. I can go with 4. That's a little bit more responsible. That was, I was making kind of a joke, but also just illustrating what was going on in my mind. And then I forgot to take that back. All right, come on down now. So I want to get a little extra aggressive on those 4 just to reduce my position size to something more reasonable. But here we go. Let's see if we can get this thing to start to come down. Next target is here. I suppose, just in case there's a spike. Okay, never mind. Why? No, I don't do swing. Well, first off, I trade through a prop firm, and you cannot do swing trades in a prop firm. But even if no, I don't. I like to be able to sleep at night. Dude, are you? Now I am a little confused, and I don't know. I'm waiting for this dude's a scammer because he doesn't know what he's doing. People to show up because we know right now this guy's always green. Those people are not going to show up today. This guy's a scammer. He's always green. Okay, though, but still waiting for the first. This guy sucks. What a scammer. I'm still waiting for one of them to show up. The market wants to roast you. I don't know. I think the market is after a whole lot of people today, not just me. But yes, I hear you. He's joking, Ace. He's joking. AMS, he's maybe serious 10% of the time. Thank you, though. I appreciate you coming in to provide cover fire. No, I understand now, Sleeping. I get what you're laughing at. I didn't know if you were laughing at me or my strategy or just my comments, my jokes. So yes, I wasn't quite sure what, but no, I hear you. No need to apologize. I wasn't quite sure. No, I know you're coming from a good place, Ace. But I'm just trying to save yourself time. AMS is just I don't know. AMS is he's something. I'm still trying to figure out a definition for AMS. Remember, I'm only serious on Monday afternoon. So now I need to figure out, do I just put you on timeouts for all times other than Monday afternoons? So I don't know. Maybe I give you what, like, let's see. Let me check out my timeout options. Okay. That's hard. It jumps from... Oh, I can't do that. It jumps from... like 10, what is it again? Let's see. 10 second, 1 minute, 5 minute, 10 minute, 30 minute, and then from there, boom, 24 hours. I can't believe they don't have an hour timeout. Bro, give me $10 quick. I will give you something even better than $10. Do you want to hear it? I have a magical ticker symbol that is guaranteed to give you money. Okay, well, you're about to get banned if you keep spamming. That's true. Yes, I use SMAs. Akash, I would be happy to give you something way more valuable than $10. This ticker symbol I give you, if you trade this ticker symbol, you will get $10 over and over and over again. So are you interested in this magical ticker symbol that is guaranteed to not only give you $10, but even more than $10? Let me know, Akash. I'd be happy to help you out, brother. I'm here to provide value, and I can give you something way more valuable than just $10. No, I don't think it was stupid to get the 150K. Just, you got to be careful with it. You know, don't go rushing or anything like that. Literally, this ticker prints money daily. It is. Yes, correct. Correct, algorithmic trading. Where did he go, though? Dude wants 10. I try to give this guy something better, and he just disappears. It's crazy. It's crazy. Yes, this is all the same account. These are NQ trades, which is a type of contract. These are MNQ trades. Okay, Akash, this is your final chance before I just ban you for spamming. I can give you something way more valuable than $10. I can give you a ticker symbol, and this ticker symbol will give you $10 over and over again if you trade it. Are you interested in this magical ticker symbol, Akash? Oh boy, that's an interesting candle here. Well, hey, happy birthday, Eddie. Somewhat close to my daughter. My daughter has a birthday the 30th. I can never remember Faye's birthday because my mom's birthday is like either the day before or after, and I always get them mixed up. So you're kind of close. Well, let me this way. You're kind of close to both one of my daughters and my mother, my mommy. Okay, Akash, I'm going to give you something way more valuable. I'm going to give you something way more valuable. Give me a 1 if you're ready for it, Akash. Give me a number 1. I'm going to give you something very valuable, and it's going to be my honor to do it for you. But I want to make sure that you're hearing my voice before I do it. It's going to be my honor. Akash, I will give you something, but you need to give me a 1. Like, I'm looking forward to giving it to you, but I want to make sure that you're actually hearing me. No, I'm asking Akash, you dense. Akash, give me a 1, not you. Yeah, I don't think he's. I don't know if he's even real. Yeah, or it's either a bot or he doesn't speak English, or well, I guess those are the two things. He's either a bot or doesn't speak English. Or I guess to be fair, it could be a rage baiter. Okay, that's true. I was really hoping. I come here while working, and I try not to laugh out loud. Good. I'm glad you're. Well, I don't want to get you in trouble, Tori, but I'm glad you're finding some entertainment here. Just put a $10 bill. I'm thinking like your computer has like one of those pop machine, like where you like a vending machine thing. You just like slide it in. Bro, Akash, bro, give me a 1. If you can hear me, Akash, bro, give me a 1, and I'm gonna give you something very. It's gonna make my day to give you what I want to give you. But you got to give me a 1. You've got to type 1, and I will give you something that it will be my honor. You aren't pronouncing it right. Akash? Well, how am I supposed to pronounce it? It's Akash. Akash. I have something magical I want to give you. It's a magical ticker symbol. It will give you so much money. Like it's guaranteed money, brother. I want to give it to you. All right, maybe a short here. Once again, a rejection here off of the 21. Yes, bro. Okay, what I'm gonna give you is this. I want you to go trade this ticker symbol. You will get way more than $10. It'll get you $10 over and over again. Ticker symbol JOB. You go trade that. Now, the way this ticker symbol works is you trade your time for money. So you give somebody your time in exchange for your time, they will give you money. Ticker symbol JOB. Way more valuable than me just handing you $10. Way more valuable than that. This is straight up magical, dude. Like, you will be shocked at how much more than only $10 this magical ticker symbol will give you. Yeah, it pays a dividend like every 2 weeks. Guaranteed. Guaranteed, brother. Ticker symbol JOB. Am I not the most compassionate person here? By here, I mean in the live streaming world. $10. You're cutting yourself short, brother. What do you mean $10? I got something way more better than $10, brother. Some may call me a jerk. I call myself a problem solver. I call myself compassionate. That guy is shortchanging himself, only wanting $10. That's no way to treat a beggar. What are you talking about? I just treated him with as much love as possible. Like, that is the maximum amount of love you just witnessed. Okay, I'm trying to short up here. So if it wants to come up here, let's see if I can get short. It's rejected here a few times before. The 5-minute, we also have the 21 EMA around here. On the 2-minute here, we have the 50 SMA. Lots of thunder. Where are you at, James? Yeah, we had... So pretty much me and my youngest, Jet, who's like 2, a little over 2, we slept in my office last night. Because my office, as I've joked around before, there's no windows, and he does not like thunder. But I think it's more so when his bed's right next to the window, and he probably sees the flash. I don't know. But, so I was in my office just sleeping on the floor with him. I don't know, so from about 1 to 4-ish. So my back's a little stiff. Oh, yeah, that would make sense if you're in Illinois. Buy. Okay, Evan, where? Where to buy and where's the stop? Can you give us a number, Evan? Buy. What is that? That doesn't mean anything. Where? So let's start here. Where do I buy, or where did you buy, Evan? And the thunder rolls and the lightning strikes. Nice, Riders. Hopefully, Rider Rick, hopefully you used code Clay. Did you use code Clay, all caps? H1, H4. Okay, I'm asking for numbers. What number is that? Speak my language, which is numbers. So what number is H1, H4? I felt like you're buying at some sort of Star Wars droid. Like, my entry's at H1, H4. My stop loss is at C3PO. Okay, if it goes there in old tube, you're banned for being a liar. We can't. I'm trying to build a quality culture around here. And liars are the antithesis of a quality culture. So if this goes down to and hits 29,060 from here until, I guess, whenever, you're gone. 45.50. What? 45.50? What are you trading? Are you trading gold or something? Hey, thank you, Bryn. I appreciate that. All right, never mind. BMR. Yeah, I was thinking that. The only difference is I was thinking of the Nigerian VWAP, not the Austrian. I think the Austrian VWAP's a little overrated. I do like the Nigerian one, though. And then the cherry on top for me would have been the Bangladesh bounce. Well, that's the problem with broad statements. Boom told you. You said it won't go to 29,060. Oh, 29,060. Well, it could still go back up there. So, okay, if it hits 29,60, 29,060 from now until I guess really kind of whenever, then null tube is a liar. And we can't have liars around here. So null tube will be banned. So how long have you lived at home, null tube? I'm not in a trade right now. First off, Boswell, good to have you. If I was in a trade, one of these numbers would be fluctuating. Exactly, yeah. Take Profit Trader, 50% off. It is still going. You were right, BMR Junkie. Code Clay, all caps. I've never been a fan of that one. Never been a fan of that one, Eddie. I consider the Afghanistan inversion candle, but not the Iran one. I see it. I got the 5 minute right there, Neil. Okay, we about to finally get a bounce from here? We'll see. I'm trying to have a conversation with Nulltube. Never seen the name before. He's pretty chatty, so that doesn't necessarily mean he's been here before under another name, but just trying to get the guy, just trying to get to know him a little bit. Just trying to figure out how long he's lived at home. How long you been in the basement, man? I think it might broke that low. Okay, well, Nulltube. Okay, you mean BREAK. So, all kidding aside, Nulltube is what I'm constantly talking about and warning new people against. Like a very poor form of practicing. So in Nulltube's mind, he's like, the price is not going to go up to here. It's not going to go up to there. And then he said, see, I told you so. So in his mind, dang, that was a great call. It didn't, I said it wouldn't go up there. It didn't go up there. Therefore, I'm good. And now he's saying, well, I think it'll break some level. Okay, what he's doing is what we call broad statement trading. And you are doing yourself a disservice doing that because trading is unfortunately not that easy. Broad statements don't do anything. You have to actually be able to get the details right. What details? Well, where are you going to enter the trade as an exact number? Where's your stop loss going to be? And where's your target? So like Nulltube, if you want to actually get good practice, give us numbers. Give yourself numbers. Hello, Alpha. Gold will fly after 4,500. Cool. Hey, Black Sheep. The engagement with the trolls is a little much. Hey, Evan, you're being a troll right now. Can I explain how? Because I don't think Nulltube is a troll. I think he's a beginner trader. Well, not think. I'm pretty sure he is. Based on, so I'm trying to help him out while I help other people out. Because I assure you, a lot of people think good practice is this. All right, I think the price is going to come up here and come back down. Dang, it came up and came back down. Man, I was right. Therefore, I made money. Anybody that's actually traded realizes that those people are doing themselves a disservice because, like I said, part of that is, well, yeah, but where would you get short? Where would your stop be? Where would your target be? I'm just sharing my thoughts. Cool. And I'm sharing mine back with you. I think we have different definitions of trolls. But also the hard part about this is I do agree. Like, don't engage with the trolls. But like, that's also like, if I take a losing trade and you're like, well, Clay, stop taking losing trades. It's like, well, I agree. Don't take losing trades. But like at the time, I didn't know it would be a losing trade. Just like sometimes you need to engage with somebody to figure out if they're a troll or not, right? So, but it's easy in hindsight to be like, why are you talking to this troll? Well, I didn't know they were a troll. I am a new trader. Well, good to have you. I don't trade manually. I use algo only. Okay, well, your algo would still give you numbers that you could be giving us to prove that you have any idea what you're talking about. So as of now, NullTube, I'm still chalking you up as a newbie who has no idea what's going on. Either that or you are just a troll and you'll just get banned here pretty quick. What exchange rate is that? What's an A? Thank you. Thank you, by the way. I've never seen that. What is an A? That's pretty up and down day there, Boswell. No offense meant. I am new. Well, there we go. Isn't that weird how it's almost like I've been around working with people for a while to recognize somebody that's new. I appreciate you being honest, NullTube, that you are new. Hey, Matt Poke. Can your kin bounce off the VWAP to my hot dog at all-time highs? Hey, Niraj. Or Niraj. I'm sorry. I'm always on the struggle bus. Good to see ya. Man, I keep waiting for it to see if it wants to come down here, and it doesn't quite want to go it. Hey, Octo. Troll's going after family members. What are we talking about here? Who's going after family members? Purchase 50K account on Friday. Have they given you any login information, Pine Belt Trader? I'm waiting for a long at 9:20 as well. Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to get long at 9:20, but I'm very curious to see how it starts to behave down there. Are we waiting for a trend break? I don't know. What is your strategy saying you should do, slop takes? I have no thoughts. I have no thoughts other than if the 10-year bond goes over 5%, we got problems. The market is so late for me. I only trade in the mornings. Where do you live? Got $1,500 to pass another eval. Uh-oh. We got a cult member here, unfortunately. Well, I don't know, Alpha. I don't understand what you're trying to do, man. I'm sorry. I don't even know what half the words you're saying. But per the norm, the cult is filled with young people and people where English is not maybe their first language for some reason. I have not worked out any. Well, young people make sense. Young people just whatever. But like I don't understand the foreign aspect to it. To me, that is I don't get that. I'm open to theories though. Hey, Alexis. Good morning, Cam. Again, I'm trying to wait if it wants to come down there, but it's okay. Wait a minute. Am I about to get spicy? I might cook. Ooh. Okay, I don't want to. No square pegs. Is this? I think this is legit falling wedge. Let's see. Yeah, that looks like a falling wedge to me, which is a bullish pattern. If you are not new around here, then you know that I'm a pretty big fan of the rising wedge. I also like the falling wedge, not as much as the rising wedge, but... And then we also have the top of the pattern that matches up with this purple line here, the 50 period simple moving average. So yeah, I'm going to keep an eye on this falling wedge too. So I'm having, like, help me out here, folks. Is alpha, is that a bot? Is that a troll? What are they even talking about? I don't know. Because I am trying to get better at not engaging with the trolls too much. But at the same token, I have a harder time. Sometimes I'm not quite sure, like, is that a troll or am I missing something? So this alpha, is that even a real person, or is that just a bot or a troll? Alpha is AI and not real. Now, so how can you tell? Genuine question. I know you're Beast Boy. I recognize the name. That's why I'm asking you, because I know that you're you've been around. Put in a short position on Clay's entire portion. Okay. Okay, so alpha is definitely just well, he used those. He's part of the cult, which makes sense. So that, okay. So at least we know, okay, at least we know he's a troll. But yeah, it does not look like he is AI, though. Okay. Evan, technically, you're already right. It broke 45.50 and it went up a tick. So you're right. Good job. You did not define fly. So for all we know, you defined fly as like 1 point. And it did go up, it looks like 1 point. So good job. This is, again, this is why it's such a powerful question with the three numbers. Because when you give a price target, we now know how you define words such as fly, right? Oh, gold's gonna fly. Okay, well, if you had given us a target, then we would know how much you define flying. Because if your target's, let's just say 15 points higher, well then okay, clearly your definition of fly is 15 points. When you just tell us something's gonna fly, that doesn't mean anything, because for all we know, your definition is a tick. And you could say, hey, my definition of a tick is a fly. You know, therefore I was right. Thanks, never seen any live trading from knowledgeable people. I showed up 5 minutes ago. Make it work. Good luck. Mark my word. Right, but I'm saying you were already right, Evan. It broke 45.50 and it went up a point. So there you go. Yeah, you were right. It did fly. So good job. What's my strategy? The KISS method. Keep it simple, stupid. I like candlesticks, like some moving averages, like some trend lines, like the VWAP, like some volume. But I don't have any cool sounding terms. So if you are seeking like the ability to sound really smart and type massive paragraphs about something, or like annotate a chart and have all these cool different colors and names and abbreviation like that, sorry, yeah. Alexis Tino, I entered trade. Where did you enter the trade? Hey, Octavia. All right, well, as of now, this upper trend line, the falling wedge is providing resistance. Why aren't they covering Emmett? Because NMHI, without even looking at it, is a piece of garbage. I mean, good job. I understand you're trying to pump it. But yeah, around here we kind of eat pump and dumpers for breakfast. So why aren't they covering it? Because NMHI is an absolute piece of garbage, and you're just pumping it. That's why. It's a piece of trash. So what do we think? Is it a penny stock or what? I'm guessing it is pennies. Let's see. What is it? NMHI. Oh my goodness! It's a 000 penny stock. Oh, got him, coach. Got him. Oh, go pump and dump somewhere else, brother. Like I said, we eat people like you for breakfast all day long. Holy smokes. Hey, but in all seriousness, Dare, Do, Dorm, there are way better things to trade than 000 penny stocks at this point in time. Maybe that made sense 15 years ago, but like now it does not make any sense. Day trade futures through a prop firm. They move way, way, way better than any 000 ever could. Keep the West wild, exactly. How many hibernated? I don't know, Cam. That was rough. Ty just put his net worth into it right there. I don't know. I'm still thinking, is this the start of a bigger breakout on the falling wedge? Again, falling wedge is technically a bullish pattern. Why aren't people talking about this stock? Well, I don't know. Probably because it's a dilution pig, you know? Some of you that, are new to the markets, you probably didn't even realize. But yes, that is how low a stock price can actually get. A stock price can go as low as 0.0001 before it's got no bid. Meaning there's like literally nobody buying. But like, yes, you could buy a stock for 0.0001 fraction of a penny. So there is, for some of you, your little lesson of the day. How low can a stock go before it officially shows AK, no bid? Right there. Yeah, and then you got the reverse splits, exactly. 10K shares, Lambo. At least you can tell your friends you got 10K shares. That's the cool thing about 000 stocks. You can take like $500 and buy millions of shares, and then you can tell friends and family, yeah, I own millions of shares of NHMI. It's no big deal. I own 15 million shares of it. What's the benefit of the 2-minute versus 1 minute? It's just personal preference. Just because it's cheap doesn't mean it's a value. Hey, Phil, I'm gonna need you to take your rational thought and logic and just stop, okay, Phil? Nobody asked for any sort of critical thinking on your part. I held one for 10 years. Then found I got half your money back. Oh, good old opportunity cost. I know, Phil. I have no idea what you're thinking. What is this critical thinking you're doing? Let's just stop. Thinking about maybe buying here, the back test of the breakout point. Now, if this is about to drop back inside of the pattern, that won't be pleasant, but first stock I ever bought went straight down. Couldn't sell. Well, you couldn't sell or you were not willing to sell. There is definitely a difference. Unless you bought it at 0001 and then there was no bid. Then again, you said it went straight down. Okay, so you could sell, you just refused to sell. Gotcha. So building a bit of a bull pennant here. It's time, gold buy. Bag holding pennies. So far, a lot of gurus in the... Oh, I mean, welcome to the internet. Good to have you, though, Big Bears, Carlos. Well, he was already right. He said gold would fly, but he never defined fly. So, I mean, I'll say he was already right because it did go up. Watch, I can do that too. Okay, MNQ is going to fly now. Oh, it went up to 34. Did you see that? I told you. But Clay, it barely budged, yeah? That's my definition of fly is 2 ticks. So you are old. I'll translate that for you, Johnny D. I'm old. But hey, glad you find me. But yes. I've been doing futures now for a couple of years, so. But yeah, futures, as I've been told for a long, long, long time, and finally got less stubborn, are way better than stocks. Yeah, it's crazy. That's what always makes me laugh, Johnny, when people are like, man, you look older. It's like, yeah, no, I hear you. Given even the Clay Trader channel started in 2013, it's like, yeah, that's 13 years ago. You're welcome, Alexis. Can you teach old dogs new tricks? Maybe. Not older, but yeah, I'm like a fine wine. All right, well, that looks stupid. Like I said, in hindsight, what a dumb plan. You heard me say, well, I don't know if you heard me say it, but I did say, I want to see it come down here and back test the breakout point. And in hindsight, I'm saying, Clay, that was close enough. Why did you actually want it to see it hit the, well, I understand. With the new data set I have now, this data set being called hindsight, yeah, that was kind of stupid. He's like a fine cheese. That's right. Sam, you heard me say it. Okay, there we go. But yeah, now that what a stupid, in hindsight, what a stupid requirement. Whoa. 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 What time is it? Okay. That's dancing. I went all in for the love of the game on that back test. Well, I'm glad it worked out for you. So you traded futures? No, I've never traded futures without prop firms. For the longest time, many people in my private community were telling me, do futures, do futures, do futures. And then they were like, okay, Clay, now you definitely have to do futures because there are these things called prop firms. And I'm like, I don't know, those sounds kind of sketchy. So like another couple years went by and they, people kept showing me payouts and payouts and payouts. And then I was like, all right, fine. And then the rest is history. Hey, thanks, Josh. Very kind of you to use code Clay. Much appreciated. All right, here is the back test, but now we are under a very different set of circumstances for me because, yeah, look at the 5 minute now. 5 minute was a very solid candle. Now it's dropped all the way down. So certainly a different set of circumstances here. That gold trade not doing so good now. Well, again, like his claim was unfalsifiable. Right? Because just say what I said. I said it would fly, and to be fair, it did go up above where he said. But like, so good old the unfalsifiable claims are always well. So that's the power of the three numbers and why it cuts to the heart of how serious somebody actually is. I was on fire with gold, and then I got caught in a hard downtrend. Oh, sorry to hear it, Cam. Real de la Z. I have not. I have not, so I have no comments, and I just deleted that message because I really don't want to risk this chat serving as a funnel to funnel somebody to a person that's a clown. Again, I'm not saying that person is a clown. I'm just saying I do my own thing. I do not know who a lot of people are. So for that reason, if you don't mind, sir, please just don't mention others. Because odds are I haven't heard of them. But even if I have heard of them, I don't know enough about anybody to give thoughts anyhow. All right, maybe along down here we have the overnight. So essentially a fake breakdown of the overnight low is what I'm looking if I'm going to try for this lower trend line here. If you want, no, Alexis, those are my favorite people. The trolls are good for engagement. They're helping the algorithm because the more you ignore them, the more they push. And the more they push, that's more engagement. And the more engagement, the more the algorithm spreads out the word. So like, I like myself a troll. It's very easy to manipulate them, if you will. All right, here we go. I appreciate it though, Alexis, but we good. Yeah, so Evan just, I mean, wow. Sort of embarrassing for the fella, but it's okay. No, I wanted to get long there, and I chickened out, and shame on me, because there we go. Nice little bounce there. Is this a retreat? So do you have quite a bit of success trading oil, rookie? Because I can tell you watch oil way more than I do. Skeletor, what makes you think that I think you're a troll? What that comment was kind of random there, brother. Are you trading oil quite a bit, rookie? Whoa. Okay. All right. Yep. Okay. I'm gonna try a long right here. All right. Never mind. Never mind. Glad I waited for confirmation. We got a dump. Oil going up right now. Gold is just also selling off. So I don't know. We'll see if Evan wants to apologize to the room or not. Rising Wedge ultimately worked out fine. Whether you're a scalper or wanted to, let it work for you. Well, let me put it this way. If that move there didn't allow you to at least get your stop into a profit, I'm not sure what to tell you. It's falling knife. I don't know. Is it? What's your definition of a falling knife? Null tube. Good job, Jay Keith. Managed to get out of that long whip. Nice, Brian. To hear you made 70 bucks on a long with all this is like, all right, that's interesting, but good job, buddy. Yeah, Evan. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I think Evan is just again. Evan's special. He is special. Yeah, that's part of it, Boswell. That's the prop firm journey. Stage one, get pass. Entry at 29,000. Stop loss. All right, Jay Keith with the trade plan ahead of time. That's a man with some courage right there. You have a target or no? You just 28,707. Entry at 28. A 200-point target? Am I understanding that right? Am I reading that right? You're risking 7 points for 200 points? Man, so with this, I don't know what to do. I mean, to go short right now seems like a total chase. To go long right now seems like an absolute knife catch. Okay, let's see if we can get a hammer here. I may go for a long down here. But I want to see this hammer form. We have less than 10 seconds before this candle is moving around. And then this next candle, I want to see immediately drop down. Okay. I want to see it come down right now. I do not want to see it come up much more. Looking for a long at the green line. Oh, okay. All right. Well, next time, Jay Keith, let us know all these numbers ahead of time, brother. Good job on this trade. But the next one, let us know your entry, your stop, and your target. Give us these three numbers ahead of time or as it's actually playing out. But good job on this one. Well, they did want to bounce, but that's the problem with broad trade plans, right? I was right. Oh, it wanted to bounce, but I didn't make any money from it. Why? Well, because I had my entry point wrong. I thought it would want to come down here and then bounce. No, congrats, Jay Keith. Like I said, around here though, it's always funner when we have trade plans in real time. But yeah, on this trade, congratulations. All right, maybe a short here. Okay, I'm short. Looking for a rejection off of quite a bit of congestion, especially over there on the 5 minute. Come on. Come on. Come on. Give me one more push down. Come on. Doggone it. Come on down. Come on, come on, come on. Wait, come. Oh, are you serious? Maybe I can get some more here. This is, come on. All right, I'll take the, hey, a little bit even bigger of a scalpy scalp. I'll take that. How long does it take for the account to be activated on Tape Recorder? Any clue? It should not be that long. I think the first one might take a little bit longer, but I mean, like I said, I've been with them now for going on 2 years. So my first ever account has been a lot. So I don't remember those little details, but I don't think it shouldn't be that long. All right. Like I said, I'm trying to go with the trend, and the trend does still seem to be down. That's right. That was a little scalpy scalp. How long ago did you sign up, though, Ryder Rick? I mean, you can always reach out to him if you want. But if you signed up like 10 minutes ago, I'd say probably give him a little bit more time than that. Maybe about half an hour. Yeah, maybe give him a little. I give him another half an hour, and at an hour, at least when you reach out, you can be like, "Hey, I bought an hour ago." An hour has a nice ring to it. All right, Ryder Rick, sounds good. Rick, I'm sorry if I've missed your answers. Are you trading oil quite a bit? Like your obsession with oil is next level, rookie. Like I don't like oil. Yeah, oil is moving, but like, is it really worth trade? Like, are you telling me that's better to trade than like NQ or something like that? Hey, KRT, and hello, Blossom. It just blackout on me. Did you try refreshing or logging out, Southpaw? Well, I mean, anything will cook you. Especially baby oil. You got to be really careful with that one, Connor. It's back. Okay, good. Dude, I can't wait for my new office. This is brutal, being in this windowless room. It was Saturday when we went out there. I was kind of in my office where it's going to be, and you can see like where the windows are at. I'm like, oh yeah, that'll be a nice view. So there is a chance, like just in the middle of a stream, I might run off. Like if I see a deer or something like that, I might just be gone. True trader hates sunlight. All right, here we go. Maybe another short here taking place somewhere. And I'm going to go ahead and just get rid of. Yeah, baby oil contracts are pretty volatile, I hear. All right, maybe a short here. Oh, No, no. Come back up. Oh, you dirty rat. A little too slow. Oh. Exactly, Raspberry. Who's going to help me gut the thing? Yeah, exactly. Unless it's the off season. If it's the off season, I have to mute the mic. I'm kidding. I'm not a poacher. Everybody calm down. Okay, Keith, you're lacking a stop loss. You want it to break 930. Okay, so it sounds like you want to get short right here. Okay, and where's your stop loss? Yeah, 930. You're short. Where's your stop at though? You left that part out. 955 stop. All right. Well, Jay Keith, he should have our respect. He is a man of courage that was willing to map out some numbers in real time. None of this trust me bro stuff. So we'll see how it works out. But shout out, Jay Keith, for a man of courage. Not a non-lip flapper. How do you not get a heart attack with the losses? Because I can afford to lose the losses. Which is why, as cliche as the saying is, it's a very true saying. Trading should only be done with money you can afford to lose. If you are trading with your rent check, you are I can't even imagine the voices. I've never experienced that voice. I can't imagine the voices that show up if you are trading with money that is supposed to be used for rent or, whatever. Like that sounds like I'm almost getting heart palpitations just thinking about that. Hey, Eli. But at the end of the day, that is where we go back to, multiple streams of income. That is a very, very important thing. That's really when you listen to... I think your loins go numb at that point. Dropping pearls. I'm dropping something. I don't know if it's pearls or... I don't know if I'm dropping pearls or turds, but I'm dropping something. I'll let the chat can be the judge. I might be joining, what was his name? Keith? Jay Keith here. Little worried about the overnight low here. Will this serve as a bounce point? But you could all say, well, there's a bull flag here. That is true, but can you trust this bull flag when it's in such a downwards environment? Maybe, but I would have trust issues right now with this bull flag. Doesn't mean the bull flag can't work out. Doesn't mean the bull flag can't, buck the trend. But the overall trend right now is, at least in my estimation, it is it's down. But I only have money and can't afford to lose right now. Well, then don't get an account. If you can't afford to lose the money, then yeah, it's not going to work out. But Clay, on Reddit, I read that somebody had only $500 left to their name and they bought some sort of option and now they're worth $50,000. Yeah, okay. I'll just assume that story is true. But behind that story, do you have any idea how many dead bodies are in ditches? Like it's just Eli Mark, go create some more streams of income for yourself and then come back. Good job, Keith. Lower time frame bull signals is a higher time frame downtrend can be misleading. Yeah, I mean, things can be misleading at times. There were people that crossed no man's land, but not right. Exactly. Right. There are people that win the lottery, but is playing the lottery actually a good use of your capital? All right. Stopped out. Good job, Jay Keith. See, it's so much better that way because there was zero trust me, bro, as part of that trade plan with Jay Keith. Thanks, Johnny. So well done, Jay Keith. A man of courage. Hopefully he sticks around. That's what we're looking for here. Lip flappers, they got to go. But if you're willing to throw some numbers, and then that's what it's all about. Deadeye Dave is at, let's see, 925 short. All right, so Deadeye Dave is short. Stop is 75. Okay. 850. All right, so he's looking for it to essentially revisit lows. All right, Deadeye Dave. I believe I've known you for 12 years. Oh, cool. All right. Dummy is full porting. He don't care. All I can say is dummy, dumb, dumb, code Clay, brother. All caps. Did you trade with Big W 12 years ago in penny stock? I have no idea what you're talking. No. I guess maybe, but if I did, I was not aware of it because I have no idea what you're talking about right now. So with that in mind, perhaps I did, and I was just not aware of it. Ooh, all caps too. You know it's serious when you're full porting all caps. Hey, you used the code, Chris Potter. How's it going so far? I really do like. I kind of want to get short and just look for this pennant to fail. I am short. Come on, bull pennant. Don't be a good bull pennant. Fail here. I am short. Looking for this bull pennant, bull flag, whatever you want to call it, to fail to the downside. For the trend to eventually take back over here. Come on. Anything can happen at, well, I mean, to be fair, that is the markets. Anything can happen at any time. Right. But I think what you're probably saying is like things can happen even more crazier than normal. I think what you're probably saying. Waiting to see if this bull flag does want to fail to the downside. I bought 2 accounts during the sale. Nice job, Maddie. And the sale is continuing to go. Come on. Come on. Dump down through there. If it gets close to that green line, I will put my stop in green territory, but it needs to come down more than what it is right now. Come on, come on, come on. Come on, get closer, get closer. There we go. All right, this will be a green trade. But it needs to keep breaking down on this candle because I have a very tight stop. So it's either this candle takes me out for small green or, okay. It is what it is. That full port trade isn't looking too good right now. I don't know if Dum Dum was actually serious though. He's one of our jokesters. Just so that you post profit. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, today started off very, very nice, and then it did not go well. A good lesson in position size and the domino effects, because I would actually be having a very, very good green trade or green day. Yeah, I was gonna say, I thought you said long. Full porting long. Yeah, yeah. At least you're honest about it. Well, I'm glad I played it the way I did because that candle was looking good for a moment, and it snapped back up. So, if you withstand the wiggle room, you're good now. Yeah, withstanding the wiggle room, though, that's kind of the hard part. Okay, so the entry point was the truth, but the full porting thing was not. Because I don't think we can allow you to define full porting as 1 MNQ. Is it just me or today really tricky to trade? Yeah, I don't know. For me, I'm mostly always in profit in the morning. Well, I mean, Eli Mark, I think your biggest problem is it sounds like you're trading with money you can't afford to lose. So the amount of mental anguish and pressure that puts on you, I just can't imagine it. So I think you talking about this all this like it sounds like to me your main problem is that you are trading with money that you can't afford to lose. That is a recipe for disaster. Wow. That is that's dirty. Acting like you want to be weak in the to break down and then but I'm glad I played it the way I did. So in this situation, I actually look pretty smart. But to be fair, not all situations. Some situations I definitely look really stupid. I might be interested in a short up here. What is that? I'm looking at the 21 EMA and the 5-minute is 93. What is the 50 right here? Okay, close. Yeah. I'm going to try a short. I'm watching the 5-minute, so I'm actually technically going to try to play a fake breakout of this purple line here. And I'm watching the 5-minute off screen, seeing if it wants to get up to the 21 EMA, and then that's where I'm going to click. Come on. All right, I think we're back. Okay. I have to remember. I think my modem just needs a good reboot. We had this happen last week too. I almost got cooked. I don't know if it picked it up or not, but I thought I put an order to get short, and then there was a bunch of delays, and then I was like, uh oh, I think Tradeovate's having an issue, and then I looked at my stream and I'm like, uh oh, dropped rates. All right. Well, I got to remember. I should probably make a note for myself somewhere to. I don't know. Any of you in the private community, if you could help me remember tomorrow to reboot the modem, that'd be helpful. Because I definitely don't want to do it now. I love fiber, but man, fiber takes a good 10, 15 minutes to get at least mine does, to get back up rolling again. So I don't want to do it right now. But yeah, any of you that are members of the private community, if you could remind me tomorrow, like early morning, I'll do my best to remember, but I think my modem might just need a I have a fiber and it reboots in a few minutes. Mine does not. I've had fiber for... Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. What a move here, though. Okay, look at this, though, on the 5-minute. Look at all this congestion. We have the 200 SMA, the pink line, the VWAP, the dotted yellow line, and we have the 50 SMA, all conveying and converging right around 29,115. So I am certainly very interested in a potential short up around that area. Something is up. I never have to... Well, yeah, I don't know. Like I said, the last time I had to reboot it was probably like a month and a half ago. So it's not like this is a weekly thing. And who knows? Maybe me rebooting is just it's something else. I don't know. But... Too scary to get long right now. Also a little bit too scary for me to get short because this is a pretty strong move. Close the long. All right, good job, dummy. I can't stand it. That's his name. For those of you not paying attention to the chat, that's literally the guy's name. I'm trying to be nice, and he's making me, he's making me sound like a jerk. Good job, dummy. Like, imagine if I said his full name. Hey, great job, dummy dum-dum. You're a jerk, by the way, for having that name. For the record's sake, you are a jerk. Hey, CDP. Been a while since I've seen that name. Yeah, Cranky, that's good. That's a good suggestion. Just get in the habit of it. Fat dum-dum, yeah. Well, just don't change to like fat boy. Then I have to say, hey, good job, fat boy. The NQ is fun. So if they're mirror images of one another, I don't understand what's the point? Again, if they're following it to a T, then you might as well just whatever you're trading, just trade that. Why pay attention to the other one if they're moving the exact same? Triple D. I could call him Triple D. It's not a bad idea. It's not a bad idea. Has your day gotten any better, Mark? Made back a photo. Okay, so you're grinding back. Good, good. Yeah, no, I don't pay too much attention to the 1 hour chart. Not that there's anything wrong with that. If you do use the 1 hour, go for it. But yeah, I don't use it. $978. Where's 978 at? No, down there. Is that around our trusty 21 EMA? It is. Okay, going to try a long here. We've got a bit of a pullback. Let's see if it wants to pop up at all. If that green line turns blue, I'm in. All right, never mind as it continues to pull back here. So glad I waited for confirmation on that one. All right, there is a 21 EMA. Does she want to hold? I'm looking a little sketchy right now. I think I'm more interested in a long down around here where it consolidated out last time. 1 hour doji candle. All right, for those of you on the 1 hour, looking like the... Oh, okay, we just started a new hour. So the doji is in place. Thanks for the heads up there, Brad. Giving this candle the remaining basically 10 seconds to finish forming. I want to see what kind of hair forms before I make any more decisions. I took that risky short at the top. Did you map out the trade plan on that one? Let's see. Well, come on now. We just told you we don't do trust me bros around. Oh, you didn't do it. I took that risky short at the top. Dude, Jay Keith. That's no. That's not on you. That's if somebody chooses to blindly follow you, that is on them. Hey, Spencer. Okay, gonna try a long here. See if we can get some sort of bounce off of this area here on the pullback. So if that green line turns blue, I am in. I was close to getting in. I am in. Come on. Let's see the bounce here, brother. Come on. Come on. There we go. I'll take that little scalpy scalp. Sold 1 Q. Is there any buys? Samuel, what are you doing trading QQQ? Huh? Yeah, I got my first green entered around. All right, so you got your account then. Am I understanding that right, Ryder Rick? You got your account all figured out? Good job, Niraj. In. Okay, where's your stop at? Okay, there we go, Jay Keith. Love to see it. Well, no, Kent. I never said that oil matched the markets to a T. But if something, again, I'm taking your words. If something matches to a T, that means they're a mere reflection of one another. So I don't understand what's the point of you. A mere reflection offers you no value. Just trade whatever you're trading. Now, if one seems to make a move and then the other one seems to follow, okay, there's some value there. That's what I was doing. But per what you said they both moved to a T together. Something following something else is different than both things moving like a mirror image of one another. Does that make sense, Kent? Yes, I said it wrong. Okay, well, there you go, Kent. And there's our confusion. Wait, did Dare.Dom show up again? He did. Dare.Dorm. We already talked about once. It's not getting any coverage because it's a piece of garbage. And we know you're a pump and dumper. We looked at this earlier. My friend, make better life choices. Why are you with some sort of 000 stock? Day trade futures through a prop firm. Futures move way better, brother. And you won't have to find yourself running around the internet, being a pump and dumper in people's chat, live chats. That's so sad that you're stuck in your position, so you're trying to generate hype for it. Thanks to you, I have another 2. Yeah, scary drawdown. After you activate them, you have to be active with them. But no, you do not have to activate them. That's what makes the racehorse model so nice. No, Slow Morrow, can't say I did. So everybody is saying SXL. Is this what you're saying? This one? This is the one that is like this is the holy grail. So if this goes up, then we know that this one's going up. Is that what you guys are saying? Is it really that easy today? Pretty much? Oh, wow. Okay, so we got our holy grail today. Okay, well, let's, I want some of you to give me some trade plans then. I want to see with my own eyes. So, Kent, if that's the claim, I am open to that idea. But let's see some of your trade plans and how they play out. Let's see how you're going to make money from this claim that, hey, all you got to do is follow XOL today. And man, if you start throwing up some spice, I'm going to be like, okay, brother, let's dance. But move together, kinda. That word kinda makes all that interesting. Yeah, they move together, kinda. Oh. Yeah, he's a woman, kind of. I have no target. Oh, you're doing... Okay, so you're not day trading, Samuel. Fair enough. Dude, that's crazy, Slow Morrow. I would never do that. But the word kinda is, like I said, in any context. It's like the word I think. So I was last week at the job site. There were some pieces that I was going to pick up, and I was like, "Oh, hey, fellas, is this scrap?" And the one guy's, "Yeah, I think so." I said, "Well, given I'm the one paying for this wood, it is scrap, or you think that it's scrap? Because like, there's a huge difference there. Like, if it is not scrap, I'd prefer to get my money's worth and for you to use this someplace else." So they're all laughing. They're like, "That's the most he'll ever commit to something." I'm like, okay, all right. Well, one of you that can actually tell me if something is or is not scrap, that's what I'm looking for. So I just left it there. I'm like, okay, given you think, I'm not going to throw it in the scrap pile. Again, I'm not closed off. I'm not saying it's not true that if you watch the SOXL and like if the SOXL goes up, then that means the NQ is going to go up. But I'm like, well, show me. Is it really that easy? Let's get some trade plans from some of you that are doing that. All right. Sleeping End's got a magical indicator running, it sounds like. A 50-point stop, I guess on a day like today, 50-point stop's not crazy, but man, that is still a big point, or a big stop. So I'm assuming you're at what, like maybe 1 MNQ, 2 MNQ? A 20-point stop? Did I read that wrong? Okay, yeah, gotcha. Okay, so let's see here. Kent, where are you, Kent? I'm still waiting for Kent's trade plan. It's like this is kind of bouncing up a little bit, but I mean, from my understanding is we could see a big green candle here and then be able to hop to the MNQ and get in long before like a green candle happens here. Is Nvidia going to take the mark? Oh, is Nvidia earnings today? Wednesday. Tyler, I think you're confused then. So Wednesday, the market will definitely get, and Nvidia is always after hours, right? So yeah, Wednesday after hours will essentially be like a Fed announcement. It is going to be spicy. Okay, Sleepin' 97 GT. I'm getting a little worried about you. That's the second time you've posted that. So are you a bot or are you a real person? Sleepin' 97 GT. Please type ABC. We have learned that bots, they're just not able to pull off this task. So Sleepin' 97 GT. Please type ABC. Okay, you're not a bot. You just, maybe you hit enter it twice and didn't realize it. But yeah, brother, we saw the first one. All right, well, I think that trend line is worth keeping an eye on. $150 key breakout is bull. All right. Thinking about a long down around here, and then if it wants to curl back up. And that's the thing is, whether or not it breaks that trend line doesn't really matter if I'm buying down here, because obviously if I buy down here and it curls back up, and even if it gets rejected, the trend line, well, I'd still be plenty green at that moment anyways. So it's one of those situations where, now obviously I don't have any confirmation of strength buying down here, given it's pulling back right now, but I'm so disappointed. Kent just went quiet on us. Kent, where did you go, man? Yeah, so to me, they seem to be mirror images. This one's pulling back some more. This one's pulling back. Okay, maybe along here if it wants to come down a bit more. Again, Jay Keith, the best way is just a very straightforward trade plan. Which you have done. Okay, I'm going to try a long here. Just wait for another breakout type candles and short it. Okay, yeah, Sleeping GT. Good grief. That's the epitome of a broad statement, brother. If you want to give us three numbers, though, to help us to summarize and make that very practical, we're all for that. Roger that, Kent. Again, trying to get long at that green line, but I want to see if it wants to come back up to that area. Working on building a higher low here again. So we have a low here, a low here, a low here. Let's see if this one can get higher. 29.070. Okay, that's good. We're off to a start. And then where's your stop at, Sleepin'? We got an entry point from you. I appreciate that. 070. Okay, where's the stop going to be? Short at 984. Whoa, I'm in. I turned my head and I looked back and I was in. Push. 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 Okay, where's your stop at, Sleepin'? You've left out kind of a very important thing. You've given us an entry and a target. Cool. What about your stop? Push. Well. Obviously would have much preferred that green candle to keep going green. Looked good for a long. I mean, I still think it looks good. As nice it would be for things to go straight up after you get in, unfortunately, that's not really a realistic expectation. Come on. Push. Push. Go. Go. Go, go, go. Stop 21, 29, 21,700. What? I think you got a typo in there, Sleepin' G. Hey, June. Oil's dumping right now? Well, why is that not helping me? What in the world? Shouldn't oil going down have this going up? Come on. Good. Why do traders have to be patient at times? This is why for those of you that will hang on a position for hours on end, like your brain is just not my brain. It's going to 129. Oh. Well, that's not, you think it is or it is? Like, that's crazy. I need that crystal ball. Attention span is like 5 seconds. I kind of want to get spicy and add some more there. Look for the breakout, but I don't want to out fancy myself here. Oil looks like it's low-key forming a base. Yeah, oil is now going back up. Yeah, exactly. That one dude, Alexander, freaking lied to us. I'm adding some. I don't know if it necessarily wants to break the trend line, but adding right here, I won't even need to add. Okay, I did add. Come on now. Let's go. Well, this is pretty much my do or die level. Dang. It's so easy now to look back like, I should have just scalped. Well, yeah, no kidding, in hindsight. Yeah, I don't know. Of course, people of his type, he gone now. He's not here to face the music. But we all know, had it done that, he'd be sitting, I told you so. My stop is 960. Oh, okay, he's here. Why do you got to stop, though? You said it will happen. Well, you said that it will go there. You didn't say you thought it was going to go there. Like, it will go there. That's what threw me off. Oh, shoot. I thought you had, like, a guarantee. Like, I thought you were from the future or something. All right, there's my stop. Got to put my line in the sand somewhere, and that's where it's going to be. Oh, now you change it, Alexander. Oh, okay. You're one of those guys. I don't see how I survive this one. I'd love to be wrong, but I don't know. We will see. I thought this one might have a chance to take me back to green. That's why I try to get more aggressive with it, but it just, yeah, just couldn't do it. No. I'm not going to get my hopes up here. I can see this one getting smacked right back down. Hold it. It might go higher. Yeah, I am holding it. I have my stop right here, and I'm holding it unless it hits that level. But I am mentally counting on this one being a loser. No, I don't believe you, Marky. I do not believe this move. You are trying to get my hopes up, and I don't believe it. Again, Alexander. The point was you showed up and you said it will do something. That's why we're all giving you a hard time. Like, you said it will happen. Now you have rephrased it to, oh, well, I thought it was going to happen. Okay, that's way different. Thinking and knowing are two different things. You know what I mean? Like I said, I don't believe any of this movement here. I would love to be made to look like a fool, though. I would love to see this explode upwards, and then I look stupid for not trusting this, but... Yeah, Yosef, maybe I make 1,600 on it. Yosef? You dented baboon? Maybe it breaks all the way up here, Yosef. Last Friday went to the moon at this time. Oh, God, yeah, that's how it works. That'd be cool. You have hope, I do not. Again, for all you like, Clay, hold it. I am holding it. My line in the sand is down there. I am holding it, you dented baboons. I appreciate the encouragement to hold it, but I am holding it. I literally am holding it. This down here is my line in the sand, aka my stop loss. I just don't trust it. Okay, so now we officially have everybody that can say, tell me. Meech is telling me to get rid of it. Somebody else, other people are telling me to hold it. So now, no matter what I do, it will be a losing. Like, somebody will be able to say, I told you so. All right. This is crazy. This will be a green trade now. Somehow. Because I have my stop loss now at essentially break even after my price target was hit. This is wild. Come on, hit that next target. That'd be crazy. Better yet if it were to break out through that tread line. See, right up. How did it not film me there? All right, you know what? I'm not even going to complain. I can't believe I'm actually going to be green on this thing. Wild. Unless it dumps and there's massive slippage. Assuming that, I will be green on it. And I'm stopped out. Crazy. Wow. Well, for those of you that are like, hold it. So, Meech, you're a savage, dude. I don't know what I'm supposed to... I thought we were cool. I thought we were friends. Meech tried to... told me to cut it for a losing trade. Meech, what am I supposed to do with that, man? Leo Rec, stop. Stop. Stop acting like you know what's going to happen next, okay? But this is what I mean. Literally impossible for me not to hear I told you so. Meech can't say it because he told me to cut it and it kept going. But like it could still break out. So for the people that are telling me to hold, those people still have the opportunity to say, I told you so. So that's what I mean. It is the epitome of a lack of self-awareness when you're telling a live streamer, I told you so. My heart is broken, though. I thought me and Meech had a rough period several months ago. But then I thought we were good. And now he's trying to get me to lose out on what would have been a green trade. That's crazy, Meech. What did I do, man? I'm going to send you a Christmas card. I'm going to send you a Kwanzaa card. Just calm down. Okay, Meech, I don't know if you're reverting back to your old ways, but I'm starting to now see why we had a rough patch. Why are you speaking as if you know what's going to happen in the future? Open your short at 100. Okay, well that's a long ways away. I feel like you move this up a little early. And yeah, sometimes I do. Other times it makes me look like a genius, Con. The fact of the matter, though, is there's no holy grail. You have to work what allows you to control the voices. So depending on the overall circumstances, sometimes I got to get tighter with my stops. Other times, I'll let it cook. But in this situation, I'm glad I moved the stop up where I did. So like Leo Reach, like I don't know, man. Are you now cooked? Like almost as as of now, well, no, some of you told me to hold, but like as of now, I don't think anybody can say I told you so. Somebody told me to cut it. That was wrong. Somebody else was like, no, hold. It's going higher. That was wrong. So it's almost just like kind of as traders, we got to do our own thing. Yes, Alexander, I remember you said your stop's 960. This does look like an interesting short here. I don't know. Let's call it a short of 63. Maybe an initial target down here. I am cooked. I entered at 29,000, 3 hours. Oh my goodness. I'm not saying you're wrong to be in a position for 3 hours. I'm just saying that to me, that is a mind-blowing thought. Yosef, what time frame do you use? I promise I'm answering your question. Well, what time frame do you use? Yeah, Labrador. I think that could unleash the Kraken. Because you have a bunch of these longs, like myself, that have been trying to be patient, have put their line in the sand, I'm assuming down around these lows. So I could see this triggering some stops. Yeah, why? Why, Yosef? Would it be fair? So, Yosef, would this be a fair answer that you could give me? Well, Clay, I use the 5 minute and the 1 minute because those best help me implement my strategy. Would that be a fair summary of how you would answer that, Yosef? Again, Yosef, why do you use the 5 minute and the 1 minute? Well, Clay, I use them because they best help me implement my strategy. Is that a fair summary of how you would respond? Do you see where I'm headed with all this, Yosef? Do you see? Good. No, I don't use the 50 minute a whole lot. At the end of the day, just use whatever, and I'm talking about to everybody, just use whatever best helps you implement your strategy. If that is the 1 minute and not the 2 minute, cool. Who knows? Maybe that's the 3 minute time frame. I don't know. I don't care. I just want you to be able to have something that helps you implement your strategy. It should touch it. Well, you know what? It might, but the question becomes, is it going to stop you out before it touches it? Right? That's what makes trading hard. But as of right now, Alexander is hanging on by the hair of his chinny chin chin. Yeah, but cake or pie? I don't know. Depends. What kind? Are we talking cheesecake? I'm doubling down at... Okay, so Leo Reach is just in total hold and hope mode right now. But you know what? I understand. He's been married to this thing for 3 hours. He doesn't want to let her go that quickly. I think that is another nice thing about day trading is you don't have any emotional attachment. Like, don't get me wrong, that doesn't mean that it's easy to cut a loss, but like I would imagine if I've held a position for 3 hours, it would make it way harder to cut it loose. Cheesecake makes me feel sick. Well, that's just a shame. That trend line is indeed doing work. OBV. Hey, if the OBV and the MACD have never led you astray before, or I should not say that, more times than not lead you to the truth, well then so be it. Uh-oh. Alexander, I'm watching 960 for him. He's hanging in there. But yeah, I'm thinking about a short here. That looks like it wants to release the hounds. Oh my goodness. I should be joining. Uh-oh. All right. He's out. 59 I saw show up. Good try. Okay, Meech, you're getting very close. I need to throw you in timeout. I don't know where this Meech came from, but like you've reverted back to the Meech that originally got you timed out a long time ago. Nope, I stand corrected. Meech actually gave a trade plan up above. So Meech, my apologies. That's on me. Meech is now in at 65. His stop is at 85. But Meech, I did not realize he actually gave a trade plan up above. So Meech, that's on me. Apologies. It's going to go up now for sure because you got stopped out. I'm buying again. Where are you buying and where's your stop at, Alexander? Maybe we can have a real-time lesson here of people that just start to get chopped up. I mean, I hope that doesn't happen to you. This thing is very nasty right now. 9. All right. Where's your oh yeah, I forget your target's 130. That's that's far away. In short was stop at 020. You know, this is what's screwing with my mind. We're at that interesting level. We're down here, we have the 9s. 960, 940. But because this is 29,000 up above, we have a 9 in the new spot. I'm like, why do I keep getting so confused with this stuff? Because we're at a very unique spot right now. We're right at that 900. Okay. I don't feel like such an idiot. Wow. That's dirty. I can't believe you did that to Alexander. That's crazy. He did get back in though. Am I about to get back in? Is this finally going to be the breakout? Am I about to be a dent? Okay, Meech, I hope you're all right, Meech. You got stopped out, right? You were disciplined? I'm out. All right, good job, Meech. Appreciate your courage to give a trade plan. I don't know. I kind of want to take a country road trade. See if this country road wants to take me to West Virginia. But that's scary. I'm scared. I can't do it. I can't do it. I don't know where my stop is at. Like, I'm short 29,000. And where's your stop at? Leo Reach, I say this very loosely because I understand I don't really know anything about your strategy. But you seem to be putting a little bit too much trust into the OBV and MACD. Like, I really wish trading was as easy as just following those indicators. And I'm not saying that's all the thing you're doing, but like, I don't know. I'm getting the impression that maybe you should consider, are you putting too much faith into those? I'm looking for a good person to fade in your chat. Well, IO boy, to be fair, and I think you have before, but like, you don't get to rip on people if you've never given trade plans, right? No pot shots at anybody that has had the courage to give a trade plan. Fade me and you'll do well. Come on, Jaw. We need confidence around here, brother. It's not only that. Okay, good. As long as it's not only those two indicators. My trade plan played out earlier. Good job, Rocky. There is the breakout. Stopped out TA. Good discipline. Yeah, I haven't seen Soy Boy today. I don't know what he's doing. Wait for a retest, you dent. Yeah, we'll see where it closes. Maybe I'll try a retest of the trend line. I definitely don't want to get in right now, though. That seems like a chase. Price is in rotation, and indicators are less reliable in rotation. Okay, well, how can you tell it's in rotation? Honest question. I don't even know if I've ever even heard of rotation. Do you just mean consolidate? Like, what is rotation? I felt like I got an early value this morning. Well, congrats on the day, Cranky Bits. Hopefully you'll be back. Rotation is range trading. Okay, why can't we just call things range trading? Why can't we call it range trading or like a sideways channel? Why does it always have to be stupid like rotation? Why? Why can't we not just call things? Everybody's always got to sound so smart. Yes, like everybody's always said it. Like negotiation. Oh, the price is negotiating. Huh? Well, I mean, that means the price going sideways. Oh, so like, it's in a range? Well, yeah, but like, that doesn't sound cool. But if I say it's negotiating. Yeah, that's what I always thought too. I thought it was more like an investing thing. Like, money from, just as an example, money from the oil sectors being rotated into, I don't know. I'm making this up. Like the cereal sector. I'm with you, Freedom Lives. That's what I always kind of thought. I thought it was more of like a investing type of thing. Why, Neil? Neil, have you started to hang around the cult? Since when are you trying to use all these fancy terms? You starting to hang around new people, Neil? Now, Neil is a movie director, so right now I think on the movie sets, he's been hanging around the production crew, and they've handed him a can of paint, and he's like, oh, we got to paint this set? And they're like, no, Neil, we got to sniff this paint. I do agree though. Indicator if they're trend indicators and a market is in a range, yeah, that's not very good, right? Just like oscillators, oscillators as indicators are not very good or reliable in trending markets. I do not direct anything. Well, I know for sure you're not writing scripts. With your inability to type anything without a million typos, I know you're not a script writer either. So what do? Are you the when there's nude scenes? Are you the stunt double for the nude scenes, Neil? I write. Yeah. You write. I've seen you write in here. the, the intimacy coordinator. I am the boss. Yes, of what color paint to sniff. Leo, is this a prop account you're on, or is this like your own funds? I mean, you can say whatever you want. I know what I know what you mean by what you say now. My own? Oh, goodness. Why? I worked hard for it. Yes, that's, oh, Leo. You got to consider prop firms, brother. Now this just escalated to like not even close. Like, I feel like that's terrible. Entry 2902. Target, stop. If it comes back up. So you're going to try for the breakout there. I still think it could. Well, of course, Leo, you are in hold and hope mode right now. So yes, part of hold and hope is hope, and you will. Your mind is convincing you to hope in any way, shape, or form. I no pun intended. I do hope you're right, knowing that this is real funds. Like this is why I'm all about prop firms around here, because all it takes is one of these trades, and it can get bad. Exactly, Benjamin. Exactly. The evergreen Christmas tree. No. It's spruce. The spruce, James. You got to understand the model better, man. It's not an evergreen. It's a spruce. Imagine being as dumb as James and getting the evergreen and spruce Christmas tree arrangement mixed up. What an idiot. God. I feel bad for you, James. You don't know the difference between those two? What's next? You're going to call it the elm? This, now in hindsight, like, goodness, this. So let's just bring over the 5-minute real quick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So basically now going on an hour of just rotation. Shout out, Neil. Rotation for the past hour. Crazy. Clay, it's that 500 lot I mentioned before. You did, man. I don't remember what level you said. Building out liquidity. Clay, we were at, yeah, exactly. We're at the, you know what I just noticed? Where's my volume profile on the 2-minute? Let me try to refresh here. No, there it is. We're back. There's the volume profile. Shows you how much I used it. I didn't even realize it was gone. What indicators do you use? Candlesticks, trend lines, moving averages, VWAP. My favorite indicator are candlesticks. What'd you chuckle about? What did I say? I didn't even know that I said anything funny. Favorite? Well, why is that funny? That's a truth. Like candlesticks are my favorite indicator. I don't know what's funny about that. And I'm actually being serious. I don't get the joke. Why is that funny? TA, that is such Bush League thinking. Get that out of here. Don't get me wrong. I don't like that guy. But if you don't understand how people can make more from courses than trading, then you don't understand how time scales and like the scaling of resources and scaling of time. Like that is just like the quickest way to tell me you don't understand anything about business is to be like, well, that person makes more from like, well, Michael Jordan's not a good basketball player because he made more from selling apparel than playing basketball. Tell me you have zero understanding of business without telling me you have zero understanding of business. I thought, why would I be sarcastic? Do you not think you don't think candlesticks are an indicator, rookie? Like, I guess sometimes I forget you're a newbie. And I don't mean that to be a jerk. I just like, okay, maybe this makes more sense than what it should. Yes, there is a reason why. Like, if you're really good at something, I am fully on board. Like, you should totally write a book about it, do something about it. Why? Because that actually has the ability. So, I'll just, like, if you're a plumber, like, I would be all for a YouTube channel on plumbing. I don't know, like some sort of guide on plumbing. Because the goal would be, if you're a plumber, the only way you're going to make money. Now, I realize, well, you could build out a business and that's true. But, like, the only way you're ever going to make money as a plumber is you have to literally go and do the work. So you have what? I don't know. If you want to work 16 hours a day, you have maybe 16 hours in a day to make money as a plumber. Whereas if you let's just put a course together on how to do plumbing. Well, then guess what? You could be sleeping and yet somebody could buy your course. You just made money while you're sleeping. Like, why? The people, again. No, that's not to say that there's not any garbage courses out there, but the whole universal thing of somehow, oh, they make more money from a course, therefore they're bad at XYZ is just, no, that logic does not flow. Who doesn't use candlesticks though? Okay, rookie numbers. You apparently think that, let me ask you this. What is the most powerful indicator, rookie? What is the most powerful indicator? Nope, not Trump tweets. Yes, thank you, Labrador. Good job, Isle Boy. Price. is the most important indicator. Why? Well, because price is literally telling you, like, I mean, it's telling you, like, it's price, right? Okay, rookie, if you don't want to be serious, then fine. Never mind. Moving onwards. Yes, a close second would be volume, because you could have crazy price action. Like on a penny stock, you could look at a penny stock and be like, man, look at that price action. It's up 5,000%. But then close second is volume, because if you look at the volume, but it's like, yeah, but it's done like $200 today. It's like, okay, then that's a little deceiving. But price action and volume are the king indicators. What does a candlestick tell you? It tells you something about the price. But what I like about the price, unlike a line chart, is it tells you 4 things about the price. It tells you the open, the close, the high, and the low. And then even within that, it tells you, well, how volatile might it have been during that whatever. Like a candlestick is so powerful. But like, people just think like indicator means something you buy online. So it's just like, there was no joke when I said, what is my favorite indicator? Candlesticks. Why? Because candlesticks tell you all about price, and they tell you a whole bunch of good stuff about price. Again, there's a reason why I do the KISS method. Keep it simple, stupid. Some people, again, I was the same way, are absolute newbie dense. And they think when they hear indicator, they don't realize that price and volume are actually indicators themselves. Because if you look at all the equations of any other indicator, guess what you're going to see within those mathematical equations? You're going to see price and volume, right? Think about, what is a moving average? It's an average of what? What is a moving average? It's an average of what? Within the calculation itself for a moving average, it's an average of what? Yeah, no, this action, that's why we are now talking about mathematical equations, because like this is just a total chop fest right now. Neil, all you did was argue, oh, so you should look at multiple candlesticks. Agreed. No, how did you get out of all this? Again, is it the smog in Southern California? I'm not saying I look at a single candle. I'm saying candlesticks. You dent. You dent. Yes, multiple candlesticks tell the story. But they're still candlesticks, which is why they're my favorite indicator. So anyways, nobody answered my question. But within the math of the moving average indicator is an average of what? Prices. Oh, there we go. So hence, I just like to cut out all the other crap. Like, well, all these other indicators are using price, so I'm just going to watch price straight up. Liquidity is even more important than volume. What are you talking about liquidity? You mean support and resistance levels, which are price? Yeah, so do I. You know that somebody is trying their best to sound smarter than they actually need to sound when they're saying the term liquidity. Like, dude, just call it a support. Call it a resistance. I agree, though, Lauber. I cannot stand the word. Oh, it's liquidity. What are you talking about? You mean it's a resistance? Well, yeah, but... Think I'm done for the day? Yeah, I don't blame you. So for anybody new here, just realize you're already using a very, very powerful indicator if you just choose to learn candlesticks. Now again, I'm not only using candlesticks. I have volume. I have some moving averages and stuff like that. But like, to think that you need to go buy a bot or buy a script or buy this indicator or this, it's just like, yeah. Liquidity is nothing without volume. Well, yeah, and that's kind of what tends to form a support or resistance, right? If there are a lot of sellers at a level, the price will have a hard time getting through that level. Now you could say, oh, that is a resistance level, or else you could just be like, I want to sound smart. Man, look at all that liquidity up there. Okay, fine. Like I said, I'm just a dented baboon. I'm just going to say that's a resistance, and what makes it a resistance is like there's a lot of sellers. But like, I'm just stupid, so yeah. Trends, lines, and patterns. Right, Neil, but what makes up those? What is a trend line? It's showing you what the price is doing. Like that, yeah, it makes no sense. Trend lines are price action because you're looking at the price. That's what makes up a trend line. Like right here, this is price action. What is the price action? The price action is trending down. That's why it's a downtrending trend line. No, good job, NX. So now just check your email, and they'll let you know the next steps. You'll have to sign some forms and stuff like that. Because again, or at least Take Profit Trader, who I use and recommend, they are legit. So like they're gonna need some information so that if you start to make money, they can take care of things from a tax perspective. So as not a lot of people, but I've had some people act like prop firms are somehow like a way to get around taxes. It's like, no, this is not like the black market. Like prop firms are legit. They are honored. You will need to give them information so that when it comes tax time, things can be documented. So yeah, that's some of the forms you'll have to fill out. But yeah, just keep your eye on your email and they'll explain it all. Congrats, by the way. Finally have a bit of a deeper pullback here. I am using 2BT. Should I expect that email? Yes, you should expect it tomorrow, or not tomorrow, tonight. Yep. Now, if you want to do the racehorse model NX, I would get another test in play. Because what you're going to want to avoid, NX, is if you all of a sudden activate this account and now it's a pro account, you may start to be trading scared. Why are you trading scared? Because you're like, I don't want to lose this account because if I do, I have to go through the test phase again. Whereas if you just put this account aside, because you don't have to activate it right away, but if you get another test account passed, well then at least when you start to trade one of these pros, you won't be freaking out because I don't have to go through the test phase again. Why? Well, because you'll know, okay, even if I lose this account, at least I have another one waiting for me. So that would be, that's why I'm a big fan of the racehorse model. So if you do want to do that, then the goal would now be to not activate your pro account because you don't have to right away, but to work on getting at least another one passed. And also for you, it might be a good proof of concept. I'm not saying this is the case, but in theory, maybe how you were trading to pass this one was total dumb luck. It wasn't actually a good strategy. But how about you prove it to yourself that you can get another one passed? Because I would hate for you to realize, oh crap, that was kind of like not a good strategy with your pro account and you get that toasted. Again, SSK, that's an unanswerable question. Hey Clay, how do I read and use these candles? That's essentially like going up to a professional video gamer and being like, hey, I want to be good at this game. What buttons do I press? And in what order do I press them? It's like, okay, well, that's a fair question, but that's unanswerable. That is well out of the range of this scope. Okay, good. So you're already doing the racehorse model. I would definitely get that account passed first, just because $40 away is not passed yet. But great, glad to hear that you seem to be very close. But yeah, if you're enjoying in any way, shape, or form, if you don't mind hitting that like button, that would be Always appreciated. I definitely slacked in reminding or requesting anybody to do so. But yeah, if you are enjoying yourself, hit that like button. ATD. I think you might. I'm looking at my keyboard and I see the D and R are near each other. So I think you mean the ATR. I think. ATR. There we go. No problem. Typos happen. There are. I like to watch them. And I grew up playing Age of Empires, and then Age of Empires 4. I really like that one. And these guys are just freaks. I would love to try to get them into trading. I think they'd make great traders. The rate at which their minds thinks, because Age of Empires, it's kind of like a chess game. So they're very smart. They're very logical people. I think I would argue a lot of those types of games, like Age of Empires, like where it's essentially a chess game. I think those types of people would make very, very good traders. And the way to see how fast their fingers move, man, it's wild. Hey, I went for a walk today. Good to see you. Silver might have finally made a sell-off. Did it? I have not looked at silver in a while. I'm looking at, yeah, gold pulled back some. Clay, do you ever use the I do. Yep. I do like the ATM from time to time. Many of the best traders at SMB Capital were prior. Yeah. And not to mention, like, at the professional, like, gamer level, that you have tournaments. So, like, they are operating under very stressful environments, you know? If you have $20,000 on the line and you're playing for it, holy smokes, that's a lot of pressure. I need to beat this person for 20. So, yes. I think they would make very good traders. Thanks again. Was a learning lesson. Noobs, trolls. Well, hopefully you'll be back, see, guy. It's something new every day. Why is there different timelines? Because sometimes you want to look at it from many angles. So to observe the price action, I would say it's good to look at it anything from several angles before you make a decision, right? If you're checking out a car, I'm assuming you don't just look at the car and that's it. I bet you walk around the car, right? You're giving yourself multiple angles. That's what a time frame is. It's an angle to look at the price. I do watch the Dota tourney. I've heard of that one. Is that like kind of a chess game too? I don't even know. I think real-time strategy, is that maybe like the official name of it? I'm not a huge gamer, so I don't know. Yeah, first-person shooter, again, I'm not a big gamer, but I don't know if there's as much brain power. I could be wrong. Maybe there's a ton of like chess that goes in a first-person shooter. But like with games like Age of Empires, like it's all math because, okay, well, you have this and then this, but this, like it is crazy. Like how smart those guys actually are is impressive. And then just their physical capability to like move their fingers as fast as they do, wild. Okay, I'm thinking about a long down here. All right, if it dumps through here, then... Well, I hesitated. I'm going to try it now then. See if we can go back down there. If that green line turns blue, I'm in. Okay, I was close to getting in. And trying to get long at the green line. But isn't every... Okay, no. No. Oh. It did. It totally dirty dogged me. Oil coming up to the highs again. It is. Is it still CLM? Is that still the main contract? My oil chart looks so low volume. Am I supposed to be at something different for oil? Is the contract change? Is it still the M contract in oil? Again, my chart just looks so like sketchy volume-wise. Oh, it's N now? That would do it. That would make sense. There we go. That looks better. Okay. Thank you, everybody. That makes more sense. Dude, Iowa is freedom, TA. You don't worry about it. Just know freedom, okay? Okay, I'm trying to long at the green line. Let's see if we can maybe get back-to-back hammers. I see what you did there, Cam, and I'm not going to fall for it. All right, well, kind of bounced. Now it's coming back down here a little bit, though. Ooh. I don't really like how it was green and now it's failing, but it's still an interesting situation here. Let's see. It's not totally great that I have to pee right now, but it's not like I'm on the verge of death. But all right, see you later, Reg. Come on, I just wanted to get a little closer to the overnight low. I'm out for that. I did your job. All right, good job. Good job on doing your job. Yeah, you bet, Neil. Obviously, neither was I. I was very confused on why some people were like why oil looks like garbage. But now that makes more sense. Come on. Oh, man, my bladders. Okay. What I want to see now is for this to drop a little bit below the pink line, then come back up, and I'll try a long right around here. Oh, good old Frank. Our scalpy scalper that constantly talks about fundamentals like they mean something for a strategy. It's wild. It's wild, Frank. So concerned about fundamentals, yet the dude is in for like, he's going for like a 2-point trade. Looking for a long at the green line. That green line turns blue. I am in. And my leg is shaking because I got to pee. I don't think they can. Yeah, okay. All right. I'm up for it. Uh-huh, Frank. Uh-huh. I'm not sure if you're just trolling because, like, you know, some people just show up and randomly throw out big numbers. I know you're a jokester, so yeah, I'm not. I don't know if you're actually being serious or not, Frank. Well, I'm glad I waited for confirmation. It never came back up, so it helped me avoid hopping into would have been a losing trade. Well, are you taking the payout then, Frank? What are you doing with that? What are you doing with that? You taking the payout or what? You're going to build buffer with that? All right, see you later, Mazar. I'm sorry, I don't know how to pronounce your name right. I'm 2,300 away from payout. All right, well, just keep on grinding. Yeah, I don't see anything that makes sense now long wise, unless, and right maybe here at, I don't know, let's call it 860 or 840. Oh, it just dawned on me. Holy smokes. Who's that one guy? Leo or Rio? The Holden Hoper with his own funds. Uh-oh. What was his name? I'm looking back up to see if I can find it. He might be gone now. His, like I said, Leo. Are you still here, Leo? I think Leo is cooked. Told you. What did you tell anybody, Greg, before I put you in timeout for being so just situationally not aware? Okay, do you understand how you're very okay? My guess is you're a socially awkward person. Am I right? Am I right or wrong? I bet you're socially awkward in real life. Yeah, I'm glad I waited for confirmation there. He said dump, and then right after he said, I'm out for the day. Oh, so he didn't even do anything with it. So now it's even worse. He's a lip flapper who is socially awkward. Oh, boy. That's great. It's going to dump. Oh, so you took the trade? No, I'm done for the day. But, like, you were so confident. Like, what? Well, yeah. Okay. So a lip flapper with a little bit of social awkwardness sprinkled on top of lack of situational awareness. Those are truly my favorite people. Man, what just so oil going up right now. This I don't know if this was necessarily news because it's slow and methodical in the sense of, like, a lot of times a news candle, this whole move would happen in like one candle in 7 seconds. But like this is actually being broken up into multiple candles. So I realize it's not necessarily slow. We're still talking about a 100-point move, but like it's not like it all happened in a single candle. Okay, if Reg shows up tomorrow, somebody help me remind me. We got to have a chat. I got to have a chat with this guy if he shows back up tomorrow. But I don't know if I'll remember. Maybe I'll remember his name. All right, do we get the double bottom here? Still here. So how come you never answer my question? Like, why are you being all so? Are you just trying to be annoying? Are you just rage baiting? Because those are really our two choices right now. You're either just rage baiting or you are massively socially awkward. One of the two. And if you are socially awkward, I want to help you out. Again, I am considering a long down here, maybe a double bottom. I'm trying to trade. I'm trying to maybe help somebody out. I mean, I'm just so many hats I'm trying to juggle right now. I'm German. Okay, well, I'll just put it this way. It's not a good look to like say something and then when it happens, say, I told you so. And then for people to be like, oh, so you took the trade, and you're like, no, that's not a good look. I'll just leave it there. If you cannot connect the dots on why that's not a good look, I'm not quite sure what to tell you. I have my Yoda hat on. Don't get me wrong. Doing the I told you so thing is already rough, but like it becomes astronomically worse if, like, you didn't even take the trade. No, I don't know if it's first time it's ever been over 4.5. I want to say it's gotten up to 4.6 or 4.7 at one point. I could be wrong, though. Oh, okay. Quick search was 15.84 back in 1981. Oh, okay. But you said, I think this is my first time. You missed the word in. I think you mean first time in a while. 10 years old. Agreed. Yeah, in a while it is the first time. All right, I'm going to do this. This thing is either going to bounce to West Virginia or stop me out. Those are my two choices. So looking to get long at the green line. Like I said, it's either going to bounce to take me home or it's going to stop me out. Very simple premise. This is either a double bottom or it's not. Okay, oh, don't you dare. Don't you dare now bounce without taking me home. All right, now it seems like I'm going to get filled and it's going to dump on me. Okay, let's do this instead. Okay, I would have just been filled there, but did I just out-fancy myself? I totally would have been filled, but I adjusted that down a little bit. Dude, I appreciate everybody like, Clay, be careful, be careful. I have a stop. I appreciate it. I do. That's what the stop is for here, folks. Because on the same, I get it. Oil is going up. I'm watching it right now. But on the same time, I can also argue, yeah, but I think oil is overextended and might be getting ready to pull back, which would therefore create a bounce here. Is paper trading bad to practice? Yeah, it's pretty bad. Because ultimately, you got to figure out the voices in your head. And the only way you're going to figure out the voices in your head is to deal with the voices in your head. And the only way to deal with the voices in your head is to create the voices in your head. And the only way to create the voices in your head is you've got to have skin in the game, which is why prop firms are awesome, because they're a very cost-effective way to create some voices. But yeah, paper trading has no voices because there's no skin in the game. Therefore, again, I'm not going to say paper trading, demo trading is totally worthless, but it's close. Again, oil is very overextended here, so I'm thinking maybe we get some sort of pullback, which might help me out here. But as of now, that would have been, yeah. I would have been, doggone it. That's what happens. I out-fancied myself. Now I don't know if I like it long, because at this point, if I'm buying long here, that implies this big green candle has totally failed. And that's not necessarily where I'm looking to. Yeah, I can't do it at this point. Again, think about it. We were just looking at a big green candle, and now it's gone. Five minutes looking pretty good though. With all right. All right, I'm gonna try it here. Okay, there we go. See if we can get the bounce. Come on down, oil. If this gets close to the red line, I'll get my stop in place. Man, oil just continuing to go up, but not a total direct correlation. Come on. Now let's get you to snap back in my favor. Come on. Get back up there now. Beautiful candle on good solid volume. Loving it, loving it. Come on, hammer for me. Give me that hammer. Got to get back up there. Come on, hammer. There you go. Oh, beautiful candle. Let's go. On higher volume. Let's go. Come on, push. Get up there. All right. This will be a green trade now. Stop is in green territory. Come on, keep bouncing. So my risk right now is small green. Reward unknown because I don't know how high this might want to bounce. Would love to get that first target hit at least. Come on. Come on. Uh-oh. And I am... Oh, was close to stopping. Look at oil now. It's coming down. Come on, brother. Push. Thank you, brother. There we go. All right. First target hit. Let's get this up a little bit more. There we go. Next target's up there. Wow, that would be... Wouldn't that be something if I could... Oh, thank God. There we go. Carry me home to the place I belong. Get up there, boy. Get up there, boy. Mommy, why is this man yelling? It's not me. It's my testosterone. I'm filled with it. Mommy, I'm scared. You should be. Come on, push up there, brother. Push up there, brother. So right now my risk is making 21 points, reward unknown. Because even if I'm stopped out, I'm making 21 points. So I like these situations where risk, I make 21 points, reward unknown. Get up there, brother. Come on, get up to West Virginia. Oil is now at a very interesting pullback point, which I could see it bouncing from here. So this might be all she wrote. But hey, if oil wants to dump down through that area, I'm all for it. But I'm not wow, okay. Please tell me I survive that, because that would be such a great thing against the stop-loss hunters. Please, please. That's like prime data number one for the, oh, they stop-loss hunt. Please, just go up. Hit these next targets. Do it. Do it, Cletus. Come on, brother. Take me home to the place I belong. Get up there, brother. Do it. You're so close. Don't cry for me, Argentina. The truth is just hit this price target. I want to yell at the stop-loss hunter conspiracy theorist. How come they didn't stop me? How? Are you serious though, for real? Like, can you hit that, please? Are you serious right now, Cletus? Dude. All right, I'm going for more than fine. I'm going to try to pick up another 5 points. You don't know me. Don't judge me. Seriously, though, make a push. Like, what are we doing with our lives right now? Get up there, brother. It's raining men. Hallelujah, it's raining men. Amen. Okay, it's in one of those moods today. Kind of, maybe. I can show you the world. Shining, shimmering, splat. Okay, it's Disney mood. Disney. Holy Grail today. Sing Disney songs to your position. When's the last time you went on a carpet with a stranger? My dad's gonna kill me. I'm out on a carpet ride with some dude. I was out on my balcony, and then he just showed up. My dad's gonna grab the 12 gauge. Get up there, brother. Are you serious? Gonna hit that for me? Come on, brother. I mean, this is looking like a good short now. Like, if I was not in, I'd be considering a short. So, yeah. Unbelievable skies. All right. There we go. Hey, not too shabby. Not too shabby. You serious, Clark? I'll take it. I'll take it. And hey, if you enjoyed that trade, if you just enjoyed the live stream, this is totally viewer supported. So code Clay, all caps, with any of these prop firms is how you can best not only help keep it ad free, but also just ensure the stream continues because yes, there is the business component to it. And I cannot be any more transparent than that. It's got to make sense if I'm going to take time out of my day, pull my time away from my 6 children who are hungry. So you got to help feed the hungry children. Code Clay, all caps. I recommend Take Profit Trader, which also extended their flash sale. So 50% off right now, no activation on Take Profit Trader, which is a great deal and one that I'm quite confident will be done at the end of this week. So now would be the time to take advantage of that. But if you are building an empire, you're trading multiple accounts across multiple prop firms, any of these prop firms, Code Clay, like I said, not only helps you save money anyways, but it also helps support the stream. So for those of you that could do that, I really do appreciate it. It does make a difference. So I'm going to go ahead. Oh, man. Going to go ahead and call it good. That was a good trade to end on. So we started with a rough trade, ended with a good one. But on your way out, if you don't mind hitting that like button, that would be great. Also, make sure to subscribe, turn on notifications. I will be back tomorrow at the very latest, 11 a.m. Eastern. Usually I do show up early, though. Hence, turn on the notification bell is helpful there because you'll know exactly when I do go live. So a good start to the week overall. It definitely could have been better, but all things considered, ended off nicely on that trade. So take care, everybody. Have a good one. Code Clay, all caps, and see y'all back.